Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on.
There's always just that active red back defenders. I think of them like.
Are we live? Of course we're live. It's Brighton against Arsenal. People deluded. I'm back again. Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, appreciative to have you lot tuned in. As you would have seen me comment house rules, please make sure we're smashing the like button if we're on YouTube. I want to hear your predictions, your talking points, etc., etc. Big up my guy C Gooner. He just simply says, yo, right back at you, man. And not to put your business on, but I've obviously seen a couple of your comments on my YouTube channel. Hope you and your family are doing well, man, and doing what you lot need to do, man. So yeah, strength to you lot, man, against Arsenal. Not sure what you mean there, but I hear that, man. Well, sorry, Brighton City, if I said that, man. You can see I'm in Arsenal mode, man. Apologies, Moses. Good catch, man. Don't lose tomorrow. What is defeat? What is defeat? What is a football team losing? In my opinion, yeah, you could say, you know, if Chelsea were to beat Arsenal 1-0 or 2-1, that's a defeat. But defeat is temporary. You know, defeat is a man or an individual, or in this case, a team that refuses to get up and keep going. And that's what we're going to have to do. So I don't understand it. To be fair, I don't think we're losing tomorrow. I hope we're not. Man said, here we go, the politics. I don't think we're losing, man. I think we're dealing with Chelsea tomorrow. I can't lie to you. I don't care about Lavia. I don't care about Caicedo. Cole Palmer must really be cold because the last time he bucked into us, he froze. He's done out here, man. Don't tell me about Mudryk. I definitely don't want to hear about Levi Colwell and anyone you've got in defense. They will get savage. Reece James's hamstring is getting torn apart by Martinelli. It's long. Robert Sanchez, he's an Arsenal footballer. He messed up last time, man. You should have killed us when you had the chance. Say what you want about my football team. Credit to Inter Milan in the Champions League. Big up Newcastle. They beat us. Shout out to Bournemouth. Arsenal might not win the Premier League. I know a lot of Arsenal fans, especially those with a social media presence, are quite special in that regards. But the last time I checked, Liverpool didn't beat us. City didn't beat us. Spurs definitely didn't beat us. Calm it down. Bro, a shaky Saliba walks into your team. You're forcing it with Gabriel. But, bro, both of Arsenal centre-backs walk into your team. Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. You spent like 200, 300 million, couple more than a few countries' GDPs, and you might not mess. You think because your manager's bold, you're messed. Allow it, man, because I actually rate Maresca, but things are happening. And furthermore, whatever you've got to say, no matter what you say...
Excuse me, boss. What team do you support?
I'll let this do the chattings.
What, Chelsea? Yeah. Fuck Chelsea.
Unless
Chelsea shit.
Yeah.
Fuck Chelsea. What?
Fuck you.
Fuck Chelsea.
Fuck you.
Fuck
twat.
Chelsea, pussy or what? Say something. Fuck Chelsea.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
Twat, man. Exactly. A's up till we freeze up. Chelsea gonna meet the same way Tottenham did. Liverpool got lucky. It's calm. The peck's pending. Man United, the pack is pending. The same goes for City. In fact, in the last 12, 18 months, when we went up and down the country against the top six, who scored on us? Who did their thing? Shout out to Villa. You lot did. Allow it, man. But it's not about Arsenal. It's about Brighton and City today. Obviously, I hope City lose. Personally, I think they're going to wipe the floor with Brighton. But saying that, form does go out the window. Form counts for a lot in football, but also it means quite nothing. We've all seen City have been a bit shaky. I mean, careful, you know, you only would have thought it would have been Arsenal, man. But yeah, hey, Malik, make sure you don't run, you know. Make sure when we win, you don't. With Chelsea piping up, bro, don't like bare chattings. Danny Welbeck, masterclass incoming. I think they're getting bopped, man. I can't lie to you. I think they're getting bopped. Statistically, apparently, Brighton have conceded more Premier League goals against Manchester City than they have against any other opponent with 40, failing to keep a clean sheet in any of their 14 such matches. Manchester City have taken 37 points from 42 available against Brighton in the Premier League, losing only 1, drawing 1, and winning 12, with their only drop points coming at the Amex in a 3-2 game in May 2021 and a 1-1 in May 2023. Brighton have dropped 10 points from winning positions in the Premier League this season, only 4 fewer than they did in the whole of the 23-24 campaign. Brighton are unbeaten in their 5 Premier League home games so far this season. Manchester City's 32 game unbeaten run in the Premier League came to an end at Bournemouth last time out. Boy, it is what it is in that regards, people. If I get the lineups on screen with you, look, give me a second, I'll share my screen. Aye, we even got Marcel in the building. Hope you're doing well and safe, man. I'll be here tomorrow, don't worry. But today and tomorrow, appreciate your support. When Bukayo Saka opens the scoring, when Martinelli, who couldn't score in the brothel, gets on the score sheet, when Gabriel Jesus gets an assist, when Kai Havertz puts the final block, 3-1 Arsenal, we're running right tomorrow. Trust me, you heard it here first. It's AI if it's wrong. But on a serious note, you can see Brighton's lineup. You got Van Brogen, you've got Igor Julio, you've got Aderinga, very talented player. You know, Jorginho Rutter, you've got Welbeck, you've got Mitoma, you've got Ahari, you've got Van Hecke, you've got Estupiñán, you've got Veltman, and you've got Hazelwood. And you can obviously see their bench. I think we all know Brighton play great football. They've got great players. And to be honest with you, when it comes to the away game, home as well, to be fair, if they come to your place, you look at the games, of course, nobody in theory, Old Trafford, you know, Anfield, you know, City, there's many games, them kind of away games. Once you get beyond that, you start to think of Newcastle away. For me anyways, you think of Brighton away. It's a nasty place to go to as a visiting fan if you want to go and win games. Now, we all know Manchester City are struggling without Rodri. Ooh, to be fair, their lineup, Edison, Lewis, Walker, Simpson, Pussy. Hey, I'm not even trying to run bets. Guardiola, Kovacic, Gundogan, Silvinho, Foden, Nunes, who's found some goals, and Erling Haaland. Are we going to have some dialogue about Gundogan? Are we going to speak about Gundogan? Quality player, probably going to score now. I'm not criticizing him. But are we going to have... I just want to know, smash the like button, people. Are we going to have a conversation about Gundogan? Nobody's saying anything on his return to City. He's been stinky, for honest with you, man. DG, what do you think the call will be? You're gonna Moses, forgive me, but I'm not understanding what you're asking, man. Give me a bit more. Need to pocket, Noni, dead baller. To be fair, Madueke could cause us problems. See, Chelsea are on a serious note. It's not going to be an easy game. What I would say, Arsenal need to play the game, not the occasion. You know, the worst that can happen is you lose, and the talking points that are about Arsenal at this moment are going to still be there / intensify. A draw don't really help either side. We need to win. You could argue Arsenal need to, well, for the fans and whatnot, Arsenal need to win a lot more than Chelsea. Maresca's been quite respectful to Arsenal. He's getting old, innit? He is, man. Time catches up with everyone. Mitoma going to run riot against this City defense. 2 youngsters in the lineup with experience on the bench. What's Pep cooking? To be fair, if you're good enough, you're old enough. And I mean, probably, I do think City players look a bit tired. But again, maybe just freshening things up. And to be fair, when you've won trebles, won Champions League, all these things they've done, you've got to look to freshen things up, and I think they need to. And to be honest with you, this season it's been quite a more youthful City side with Lewis, with the youngster in Simpson Pussy, again, forgive me, in the lineup with Silvinho, etc. Arteta smoking some serious crack. Is getting Ten Hagi. Mike, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. In these last few games, for all of the question marks about Mikel Arteta that have been there, that this little period we find ourselves, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Mikel Arteta has been... I like you as a manager. I don't like you enough to back you religiously and you can do whatever you want at the club. But you've been smoking crack recently. It's Ten Hagi. You've been smoking mad food. Even in some of the press conference, you're smoking some serious dubs, if I'm honest with you. You're doing mad things. And for me, you're thinking about the opposition too much. Now, that I'm a hypocrite because I don't think you can think about the opposition too much. I like the fact that he likes to do all of that stuff. But at the same time, you've got to have your own DNA. And as an Arsenal fan, an ignorant Arsenal fan, because I only know Arsene Wenger, obviously I got to see the back four that was inherited by George Graham. But I'm not accustomed to the 1-0 to the Arsenals and things like that. Or if I am, I'm whether it was the Invincibles who, in terms of physicality, probably match up. Well, they do in terms of physicality, not ability, but in terms of physicality, you can see what's going on at the moment with Arteta. Or you go to the Emirates era where it was the smaller, more diminutive players. I never thought my team would struggle to create. Unfortunately, that's the case now. Kickoff has happened, people. Again, Man City have kicked off. Edison's gone long. You know what? I'm going to go 2-1 City. You know, maybe Brighton score first. A nervy one, if I'm honest with you. For City, they know what they need to do. It looks like a packed house at Brighton. Don't imagine the away end's got too many City fans, but it looks like a packed house at Brighton. The fans are going to live and breathe every touch as well as the players. They're going to make it difficult. You're going to live dangerously. You know, I always feel, I don't know where you look at it, because on paper, City might not be the favourites, but City will always be the favourites regardless of their form. For Brighton, you've got to have a fearlessness, because if you lose, it is what it is. If you win, it's great. And if you're one of these Brighton players, obviously, I believe when you play teams like City, whether you're a striker or a defender and you're playing against your opposite number, this is a true reflection of, you see how good you are. Erling Haaland, I thought he was fouled there. Refa said play on. And Kovacic is advancing forward. Oh, who is that? In acres of space. Nunes is in acres of space. Brighton could be in trouble here. Poor touch by Nunes, to be fair. Still has the ball. Tries to make a pass. Don't know who he's looking for, but he's only found a Brighton man. Rotter's attempted to clear it. Aderinga can't bring it under control. And it's here of Rico Lewis. Scrappy start to the game, people. Again, you lot are doing me dirty. Predictions, talking points. Where are we at, people? Where are we at? Right, they found the next. Okay, fair enough. I knew nothing about this Simpson Pussy guy. Again, I need to learn how to pronounce his name. They just found a new, same haircut, same, complexion and all. To be fair, Pep, I wouldn't say Pep's given bare debuts, but I wouldn't say Pep, plays all the kids in games like this for City. So they must have something about you. Erling Haaland could be in here. Good defending by Brighton. I mean, Haaland's got to be a scary sight to play against, Seriously. He's strong, he's fast. He's like a horse. When he gets into that stride, you're doing the Villa game too. Nah, man, I'm going to go off and do an Arsenal video. Just want to have a bit of fun, really. I'm going to bring out probably in the morning, but I'm going to get it done like a light-hearted Arsenal video, just touching on our attack and bit of an in-depth kind of guys into it, man. City keeps spawning these light skins out of nowhere. Must be good if he's playing ahead of Akanji. He must be, or it might not even be anything with that. The manager might just have faith in you, like you've trained well, you've played well. Maybe he feels he wants to freshen things up. Either way, it's a good vote of confidence. And maybe I'm exaggerating with baptism of fire. And, I don't even know if he's made his debut for City before, but if this is your City debut or your first game in the Prem, boy, look at my son Rico Lewis inverting. I bet Pep loves him the most out of everyone in that squad. Sly cap, because probably Foden, but you get where I'm going. Edison swings his right boot at it. Who is that too, though? Matthias Nunes, who struggled for game time. Of late, he's found himself in the lineup. Gundogan. Is he going to lose it? Yeah, Gundogan somehow still got it. Need to see something, or you might be off in the off season. Phil Foden. Silvinho on this right-hand side, what can he do? But again, so far, Brighton are remaining compact and resolute, man. It is what it is. I always see you posting yourself in Brixton Bears these days. You got a new link in Brixton or something. What are you talking about, bro? Like, bro, I was in Brixton. I went to the market. Like, I saw on TikTok there's fruit in that. Like, man, don't do that, man. Don't ruin the guy's edition. Allow me, man. What kind of listen? I don't know what that is. All I do is make YouTube vids. Yeah, man, my life is boring. I don't know. What are you doing, man? Don't do that, man. Me in Brixton, nah, bro. Me, cuz me are trying to mess up the flow. Kyle Walker sold his teammate short. He's lucky Silvinho's managed to nick it and rid the challenge very well. Equally, is that Hazelwood? That's a fantastic tackle. Can't lie, it's a good tempo to the game so far. No one's really had a shot. Both teams playing a high line. Both teams being quite aggressive. I mean, for someone that wrote a uni thing, a uni statement, or whatever they call it, like an assignment about dribbling, I can't say that was the best audition from Mitoma, if I'm brutally honest. That was kind of dead, if I'm honest, completely honest with you lot. Brighton have the ball here. We're going to have to wait for the game to probably calm down a bit. And bro, there's 90 beta. I'm not involved. I'm not involved. I don't know what he's talking about. Bro, he's bugging out, bro. One day I'm bugging out. Bugging out. Life can be good sometimes, man. Anyways, again, Brighton struggling to hold on to the ball once they get into the final third. Kovacic, he's a baller, even though he should have been sent off against us. Gundogan tries to feed it to Haaland, doesn't get off with that. Again, are we going to have conversations about Gundogan? Are we going to begin dialogue? Fantastic footballer, legendary for City, hallmark of the Premier League. But he was a summer recruit. What's going on? At least you got over that girl that broke your heart. Bro, if you ain't been heartbroken out here, you ain't lived, bro. You ain't lived. You think Nines, when he's talking about making all this peace from the chat, he never suffered heart. He never suffered setbacks. Bro, out here, if it don't kill you, make you stronger. Out here, bro. Like, come on, man. Out of all the heart, you know what? Out of all the hearts I've broken out here throughout my 29 years, I deserve that one. I deserve that, bro. Glad to see you back happy. Hey, Malik, you know what you're doing. Cut out all of that. I'm not one of them soft youths, man. Well, go on, DG. Well, go on, chat. City will probably win. What's the point of watching this? For the culture, an excuse to be here with you lot. In theory, it should be a good game. City will win. I think we're all saying City will win. We're hoping that we're putting into the universe the opposite effect, but it's dead, man. Like, ideally, you'd want Villa to win and Brighton to win. I'll be honest, I think Villa or Liverpool are going to smoke them. Like, I think Liverpool are going to come out the blocks firing. Salah probably have 2 goals by 20 minutes. Someone like Van Dijk, you know, unlikely goal scorer probably heading. I think they're going to smoke Aston Villa. And I expect City to win today, if I'm honest with you. DJ, I must say you deserve the recognition you've been getting recently, being on TalkSport on the Terrace. I watched the entire stream on the Football Terrace only because you were there, man. You did your thing. Salute. Appreciate that, man. I must admit, next year the goal is to stop being underrated. It pisses me off now. Like, I hear it. It pisses me off now. Like, oh, DJ, you're so underrated. And I'm thankful, but I'm tired. Like, it's a what example? It's a Cole Palmer at City thing. Like, yeah, I want to play first team football now. Like, I just need to find a club. One of you media houses, one of you radio shows, one of you bigger platforms, tap in with the guy, pause, and we're gone. We're gone. Start giving platforms to these donuts, man. I don't need to run a rave for you to hear what I say, but, you know, all in God's timing, man. With Militao ACL, you think Madrid come for Saliba? I think they go for Van Dijk. They could sign for Saliba. They could go for Saliba. They could look at Van Dijk because, you know, his contract running out. It could be someone completely irrelevant, but yeah, man. Didn't Militao just come back from a long-term injury? Maybe even an ACL. It's rotten luck, man. Gundogan legend, but I think he's declined. He has declined. But declining don't mean a bad thing. Jamie Vardy's declined. Cristiano Ronaldo declined. Going back to his Juventus days, he still scored. Messi, and it feels blasphemous to say it declined. Still did it. Salah's declined. He's still doing a madness. You're just not the spring chicken you used to be. It don't mean you can't affect the game and still be impactful. It just means you need to change things. Like, I'm sure we will play football. Some of us, you know, looking at myself, playing Sunday League, I can't do certain things I used to do in my teens. You have to adapt. Pick up yourself. S here for the hate along. Wellers needs to do a madness. It's the hope that kills, man. You know, no one will be more happier than me to see Brighton win. But as I said, I think City 2-3-1 today. Liverpool probably 3-4. I know Villa been all right in the last 18 months, but I genuinely think they're getting smoked. City almost got caught playing out from the back here. In fact, they have. It's a brave start from Brighton, if I'm honest with you. But again, neither team's really thrown any punches. Well, any punches really, let alone jabs, even though jabs are punches. Here go Brighton down this right-hand side. Aderinga tries to send man shot, loses the ball. One guy that looks like he's in the trenches early doors is Rico Lewis. Lord God, Kovacic is lucky. He fell on the floor and he got away with it. Gundogan. I must admit, and I'd love... Kovacic is a baller, you know. Like, the way he just... I was just about to say, yeah, I'll go off on a tangent about Brighton's press. Kovacic just evaded like 3-4 players. I would love to see Brighton in training, yeah, because early doors, the way they're pressing, it looks lit. What's your combined Chelsea and Arsenal 11 based on the season so far? No bias. Raya in goal. To be fair, Cucurella's done well. I'm still... I can't lie to you. You know, I can't sit here and lie to you. Cucurella. Raya in goal. My 2 centre-halves in Saliba and Gabriel. I'm going with Timber at left back. I don't really think your right backs have been made. Cut the track. Savinho down this right-hand side. Is the deadlock going to be broken? It's headed out by Brighton. Raya in goal. I'm still going Timber left back. I'm still going with my 2 centre-halves in Saliba and Gabriel. I'm still going Benjamin White. Like, I don't really rate your defence like that. Midfield. Fair play. In fact, you know what? Remove Benjamin White. Partey right back. Midfield, I can't lie. Lavia and Caicedo. Easy doors. Cole Palmer in the 10. Saka on the right. Jackson through the middle. Brighton. Jackson through the middle. Who you lot got on the left? To be fair, like, you lot could, whoever you want from Chelsea can play on the left. Martinelli ain't been doing nothing or bringing nothing to the table, essentially. Both teams, obviously, naturally playing out from the back, that's going to happen. But Brighton's goalkeeper, Van Brighton, gave it straight to Nunes. He's lucky his teammates have bailed him out there. Bro, Marcel, you know me of all people. Man can't talk to me about Smith Rowe. What did I say when he left? I said, I want you to play to the standard where we say, why did you go? Now, You could argue, and I think if Smith Rowe did not leave Arsenal, you would not see the Smith Rowe because he's been allowed to get a run of games. You're not going to get that Arsenal. You'd be like with Sterling and them, man, on the bench, occasional starts. With Martinelli's form, you don't know me. I love the lad. Smith Rowe could have played off that left. Big up Smith Rowe. Would have loved for him to. You don't know, like you don't know. I didn't want him to go. Yeah, you can go Neto on the left. You can go Neto on the left. You can go Neto on the left. I think Caicedo and Lavia have been good, man. Especially Caicedo. Lavia's baller. Like I think everyone knew Lavia was a baller. His thing was just more you need to stay fit and then you can assert yourself. He's a baller. Caicedo a baller. I think Caicedo struggled with the fact that Chelsea been crap. Generally, I think they look disillusioned. I don't think the Enzo and Caicedo thing worked. I don't. Obviously, in terms of the squad, there's games for Enzo to play, and you know injuries or changing formation. These things can make a difference. But right now, it don't look like there's a place for Fernandes in the team. I think Caicedo and Lavia got the perfect blend of physicality. I think Caicedo looks a lot more confident on the ball, but that's an area he can improve. I think Lavia, obviously, he's not as dominating as Caicedo in that role, but I think he's almost like you lot. The way I look at Lavia is like the way I look at Thomas Partey with our midfield in that, you know, for me, Lavia can do a bit of everything. He's obviously great technically. He's good defensively and all of that jazz. Oh, are you offside? That's the offside flag stayed there eventually, went up. I must admit, even though it's 0-0 and it's only been 11 minutes played, people, the way both teams play out from the back, the way they press, the way they set up tactically, the way they try and spring the offside traps defensively and offensively, it looks like quite a decent game. Smash the like button and tell a friend to start messing with the best content creator in this, man. So yeah, man. Big up you lot, people. And shout out you lot for being here, man. It's Brighton versus City settings. On paper, this is meant to be a good game. And it's been a good tempo. But for us neutrals, we ain't really seen much. As much as I'm waxing lyrical about all the things I just said, I want to see VAR drama. I want to see red cards. I want to see head loss. Rico Lewis, that's a ball if it makes it to Silvinho. Outside the foot. It's clipped the crossbar. It was dead, but I like the fact he tried it. Silvinho, 2026. Remember you heard it here, yeah? Brazil, we're winning the World Cup. We're back. We're actually back. Hey, that was dead. Looking at it again, it was dead. But bloody, imagine, see the technical level of footballers. Imagine being able to do that. Are you also going to do a watch along for Liverpool and Aston Villa? Nah, man, I'm off to edit something in relation to Arsenal. I was considering it though, but yeah, I want to get an Arsenal vid out. Big up yourself, Harry. It's been good, man. Like we did a live stream, obviously focusing on Arsenal earlier. We're watching Brighton City together. It's always nice to be here with you lot. I must admit, I wish Chelsea Arsenal was today because I just want to get over and done with. Like, I'm not fearful. I'm not overly confident. I'm not arrogant. It's a thing where, like, I just wanted it to be done. But apart from that, been a bit of a slow Saturday, really. It's one of them, I don't know how to explain it, but you see when a day goes slower than you thought. Brighton could be on the attack here. This is a promising move. Wrong pass. Offside. Wrong pass. Oh, if that's not offside, whoa. The offside flag came up. That's poor. Ivan Ferguson, a baller. If he gets over his injuries, I'm taking him over Gyökeres. I like him. He's raw, man. What's the best bit of business you remember Arsenal doing, as in getting someone in for relatively cheap or for free? I know his form's been poor. I wouldn't say he's first, but for me, Martinelli for 6 million quid. I'd say Martin Odegaard for 30 million. I think that one there is not really rated. I'd say Odegaard, especially with a lot of fans written him off. You know, obviously he came into the team, didn't work out for him at Madrid. The first 6 months from Martin Odegaard, and fans are right. Like Odegaard weren't really doing nothing. Fans can get onto him, but they were saying sign Maddison, sign Buendia. You know, as good as Villa have been, has anyone heard the name Buendia until I just said it? I think he's done well to what he's become now, almost the leader of the project. I'd say Odegaard for 30 million. You know what, Saliba? You know what, 30 odd million quid, Saliba really for what? Again, when he leaves, going to double that surely as a conservative bet. Probably them on a free. Our best free transfers probably Sol Campbell, mate. Sometimes of recent, our free transfers have turned out to be quite expensive. Mr. Cedric Suarez, Manchester City on the counter attack. Kovacic and Silvinho. It's about to be 1-0. Silvinho, how has it not gone in? How have they not scored? Timber's been good, but I would say, like everyone, like non-bias aside, yeah, people can see Timber's a good footballer. Like I'm talking about non-Arsenal fans, but I just feel for non-Arsenal fans, You can, like, banter aside, you can see Odegaard, good bit of business. You can see what Saliba's doing. So I'd probably throw them two in. Raya's been cool, but I can't say, I can't really throw Raya in. I just think Odegaard and Saliba. There might be a couple more I'm forgetting. Gundogan with the corner, I'm not quite sure who he's aiming for. It's been headed out by Brighton. Aderinga will give chase. Do we think Kyle Walker will be replaced by City this season? Next season, better yet. Because even him, we're talking about declining. Yeah, bro, Thiago Silva, Defo, one of Chelsea's best free transfers or best bit of business, regardless of what other people have done. He joined bare late, but he was a warrior. Won Champions League, leader, everything. Like, even before Chelsea, you know what Thiago Silva does, but he did it and more. And I rate, do you know what? I rate Thiago Silva's time at Chelsea very highly because by what you used to be, you was past it physically. Like you was on the downward up, and people always say struggling the Prem and this, that, and the third. Ola, great bit of business, leader. Like there's no compliment or I can put into words for Thiago Silva really that will do him justice. Yeah, Walker looks done, man. Because again, I don't think Kyle Walker is a bad player. I think he's a decent defender, but what we can't sit here and do in lie is say his pace does get him or used to get him out of a lot of trouble. From you're not really the best thinkers man defender, and that happens, you're in issues. But the problem is, who do they sign? There's rumors they're linking with Frimpong. Frimpong going forward is troublesome, but is he going to do? Oh, Haaland's banged over. Oh, he's banged over to the point where it's still on the pitch. Jeremy Frimpong shaky defensively. Kovacic, if that ball gets there for Foden not back in the beef. I don't care if Foden scores. Let's flip it. Worst bit of business, I think you mean. Where do you want to start, bro? First, yeah, I would say Runnison. I know he did. Pepe's up there as well. Even though I think we did Pepe dirty, but Pepe's definitely 72 million. Bandulu in it. That's another time there's a couple of things I've got hate for on YouTube, yeah, and I'm not gonna like Emre's unbeaten run because I was saying this Banduli. Pepe, I try to tell man, he's a good player, good 18 months, but we're getting bumped there. As much as I love Gabriel Jesus, I said it's going to be a Lacazette thing. It's another striker that works hard, probably scores goals, some goals in big games, but generally he's not going to be the guy. And then there's the next one. It will come back to me. But yeah, Runnison, because for me, I can't fathom, yeah. I've never written off a footballer. You lot know me, I'm quite balanced. I've never written off a footballer before I've given him a chance. But you see Runnison, ironically, Man City, we're watching Man City Brighton, right? It was Man City Arsenal in the League Cup at the Emirates. And I remember the camera panning, bearing in mind we were crap them times. Runnison looked like we plucked a fan out of the ground and like the kit's too big for him. And he was just rubbish. And for me, I don't blame Runnison. I blame the club because I don't understand how you can, like, we all know when it comes to signings, I'm sure there's some exceptions to the rules, but when clubs sign people, they don't just wake up and say we're going to sign them. You watch several games from that player. You might talk to, in a goalkeeper's case, you're talking to the goalkeeping coach in the committee in that regards. The manager's signing off. Edu, who is a footballing man but a technical director, everybody, like, nobody thought, even the Dons that signed off on the check to get the deal done, no one thought this was a bump. But yeah, Pepe, Runnison, Ozil's new contract, I would say. Pablo Marie, they're not to them fees, but Pablo Marie, Willian, Cedric Suarez. Bare shit done, bro. Really. Ostubian tries to switch play. If that gets there, that's a ball. Rico Lewis has done very well. Guardiola, that is a bit of a shaky header, but you bust case. Cool as you like from Edison, man. Inaki Kanya, what was he thinking when he suggested him? I'm not going to lie. When I see signings like that, I just think you just, if you look, could pretend this is a pocket, you just get a little percentage, man. You must be getting peace for that. You must be getting some percentage from that because there's no logical reason, bro. Cedric was crap, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to hate on Cedric, but you see, like, you look at Tomiyasu, yeah, good player for us. Obviously, the only thing is injuries. Sometimes you can buy a cheap addition, yeah, kind of on brand with what I said with Martinelli, Tomiyasu, Odegaard, Saliba. You can buy cheap and buy well, and it turns out to be a bit of good business, yeah. But also, sometimes in life, you get what you pay for. And them stopgap signings of Pablo Marie, Cedric Suarez, and Willian, that was dead. Some Arsenal fans are shameless as well. You think I'll forgive some of these Arsenal? Everyone can have terrible shouts. But this is how you know Arsenal fans smoke something special. Some Arsenal fans said Pablo Mari was better than Gabriel. You shouldn't be allowed to watch the club again. You don't have eyes. We talk about eye tests. You don't know how to look. Crazy. We come a long way. I remember when Arsenal fans were running the Pablo Mari, Rob Holding is that our best centre-half partnership. Debussy to Arsenal, 12 minutes. Injuries effed him. 65 M's for Kai. Do you know what? It is mad. But I can't say Kai's not turned out to be a decent bit of business. As I said earlier, for me with Kai Havertz, obviously, if a player plays bad and form's there and all of that, you can ask questions. But I think for Kai, Kai for me is one of the first names on the team sheet. You're the best striker at the club, which isn't your fault. It's how we've assembled this squad. I think you're giving me all you can really in the role you're in. Like, obviously, I'm not saying you can't get better in that, but the question now is for Kai Havertz, are you going to get 20 goals? I don't think he can. I think you're going to play enough games to you. And also, we're not creating. I can't get at Kai. Like, nobody, apart from them, nobody's mentioned his price tag. We got bumped because Chelsea probably sat there and said, yo, let's not forget Chelsea said, Kai, we're getting rid of you. Chelsea only lost 5 million on that deal because you bought him for 70. The Chelsea executives probably said, you know what, we're taking a hit. We're definitely not going to get another offer like this for Kai Havertz. He did score the Champions League winner for us. That's that 5 million will be the difference, isn't it? He played 5 million to win a champs, second champs, keep it moving. So I think Kai's doing his thing. But the issue now is if we sign this Gyökeres, this Sesko, whoever have you up front, I'm not saying Kai, for me, Kai still plays. I just think Kai, we're going to go through the same issue because, again, if the way football's going, we are going to have a squad of players on big money, right? Not to Kai Havertz's 200 grand, but from a political football point of view, you got a man that signed for 65 million, peak ages, German international and all of that jazz, on 200 odd bags a week. Obviously, if you go and sign a striker, you'd imagine it's a striker that, whether they immediately come in and be first choice or kind of fairly intermediately, this Haaland could be in here. Haaland, speaking of strikers, Erling Haaland, goal! He's bundled it in. Haaland finally ends his drought, and my FPL team is eating. Word to Marcel, I see what he said about Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's back today. Erling Haaland has scored. Brighton played their way into issues. But as I was saying with Kai, I lost my trail of thought with Kai Havertz. Now, you're going to have to see him play in midfield. Let's be honest. Mikel Arteta failed upwards with the Kai Havertz thing. I don't want to Kovacic. That's a lovely pass. I don't want to be disrespectful to Mikel Arteta. You obviously know Kai Havertz has a lot of versatility. You see him do it for Chelsea. You saw him do it for Germany. And naturally, as I said, he scored a Champions League final goal playing up front. But let's be honest, the plan was to make you the Xhaka replacement. And again, I don't know what, maybe it's not directly. I'm trying to replicate what you're doing with Xhaka, but I want you to play there. We saw him play in midfield. You've seen Merino come in now. I'm not sure what Arteta's on. Haaland's first effort was somewhat saved. Good anticipation. He's just got something on it. He's hit the crossbar and gone in. He's taken a whack for his issues as well. And what's that? Haaland's had a blistering start to his Premier League season. Went on a bit of a goal drought. He's back now, isn't it? Wouldn't surprise me if he scores too. What do they say? Goals are like buses. Strikers are a weird bunch in that I think strikers are very volatile. When they're in a good goal scoring run, everything they touch it going off their ears, shin pad, toenail, whatever. When they're struggling, you can't pay them to score, and you can see it on their face. I can't lie. Pepe was cooking during our FA Cup run. He's built for counter-attacking. Pepe, you just weren't rated by Arteta like that. I think we failed Pepe, if I'm honest. But I think Pepe played within it, so I don't think we should have signed Pepe for that fee. It's like Wenger did a lot of things wrong, yeah. But this is where you need Wenger's not spending 72 odd million on him. He's not. Again, I think Kai's doing his thing, but he's not spending 65 million there. It's bare. To be fair, he's probably not signing Declan Rice, but yeah. Nunes to Erling Haaland. To be fair, Haaland's been done dirty. He's got no real passing option. Silvinho, I like this guy, I like this guy. I think there's something in there. My Sky Sports is behind. I can't lie. Thiago on the free was underwhelming. Yeah, Thiago was an underwhelming signing in the Prem. All the ability in the world. Thiago's one of the, I put Thiago not to the same level, but for me, Thiago, he's obviously had a great career. I look at Thiago Alcantara. I look at Balotelli. I look at Jack Wilshere. I look at Pogba. Different reasons, but I look at Verratti. I'd even throw different generation, but I'll throw Nasri in there. And I just feel like you lot probably didn't touch all your potential. And the fact that they've all had great careers and there's been different reasons as to why it hasn't worked out. Like, I mean, look at Pogba. But you should be playing for one of the biggest teams. Instead, you act like an idiot with high show speed. I hear it. Tavares, idiot thing. Idiot thing. Thiago Silva on a free baller. Arsenal should take Pogba for free. We'll get into that. Hold on. Foden to Haaland. Haaland's touch is booky, but can he get the shot away? Erling Haaland is so unlucky there. This guy's got it all, man. He's got it all. But yeah, Paul Pogba, nah, not for us, man. You know, and from what I would see on YouTube from Paul Pogba, for the ability, for the French ties, for the fact that on his day, Pogba is unplayable. He's got the physicality, he's got the technical tenacity. He's like, Pogba's crazy. But then you look at the wages, he ain't played for the best part of a year. He'd have to get up to speed. I do think we would go through kind of the same things we went with Pogba with Mesut Ozil. And the way it just wouldn't make sense. Oh, the keeper was flying everywhere. It's headed over. City have started to take control of this game. You know, it's all City at this moment. Apart from the Haaland goal, if I was Pep Guardiola, probably wants to see a bit more quality from his team in the final third. Sesko or Gyökeres, Wolf. It's hard not to want Gyökeres, isn't it? We see what the Duns doing week in, week out. It's hard. It's very, very hard not to want your club to sign Gyökeres. But big up my guy Sesko. Joel Matip did his thing as well. Never the most glamorous kind of guy, but he did his thing. To be fair, I feel sorry for Matip. I swear there was a... Did you lot play Spurs or something? I can't remember what happened, but you lot played Spurs or something a few years ago, and I feel like Matip got done dirty about it. He either got sent off when he shouldn't have been sent off. Something happened to him. That debut goal from Cedric gassed us. Bellerin was too meaty. Them times got me thinking Cedric was decent. Who's us? Not me. I got to word to LA Capone. I got to separate myself. Cedric could never gas me. Big up Cedric. I actually think he's going to be a coach one day in the Premier League. I think like just from the things I read and 1-2 conversations with people, but dead. Bellerin rubbed out. Bellerin's decline is one of the worst still, because there was a time Bellerin was okay. I'm sure against Liverpool. There was one time at the Emirates we battered Liverpool. I think Alexis scored, Ozil scored, Bellerin scored. Some would say Bellerin turned vegan and social justice warrior and fashionista, and he went out tired. Pogba would be nice for squad depth. Pogba will be lit, but when you factor, for me anyways, when you factor everything away from, for me, the fact that I like the player and he's a baller, is not going to make sense. And not to mention Pogba. How old is Pogba now? Surely he's about 30 now. Like, it don't make sense for Arsenal to sign Pogba. In an ideal world, if he was fit, ready to go play 90 minutes tomorrow, I'm on that. I'd be 31. It's not going to make sense. And for the wages, you really want him for depth. I'm having Pogba if he was fully fit, because, hey, what's going on there? But he'd just be on the bench. Mikel Arteta would still run what would the nonsense we're seeing in midfield at this current climate, to put it nicely. Can Brighton get back in it? Nope. Edison calmly collects his. Edison's probably listening to the stream like us people. He's had nothing to do, really. Couple passes and them things there. He's had nothing to do. I do think Brighton are starting to probably over-respect City now. Or City are just gradually, I wouldn't say dominating, but taking control of things now. They've got the goal, so obviously, naturally, that's going to settle you down a bit. Guardiola, what a signing he's been. He's cut out the bookie mistakes, man. In a couple of international tournaments, he looked shaky. Let's not act like he wasn't bought for big money, but quality player. Wonder what he looks like when he eventually moves back to centre-half. Kovacic, Gundogan has to go back home. When you don't want to have a conversation about Gundogan, let me know. We've spoken about Enzo Fernandez. We've spoken about Declan Rice. We've spoken about Beerman. Brighton have had no shots on target, no shots in the up box, and have had 31% of the ball. Man City have had 69% of the ball, 9 touches in their box, 4 shots on target, and 6 shots in total. So, yeah, DG don't lie to you. And to be fair to you, the statistics probably doing City justice, because, again, I don't think they've quantified all the shots that they've had. Phil Foden, is he going to back the beef? Finds Gundogan. Gundogan, not the best passes from Foden, but when you've got Gundogan's quality, he's knocked it off. Nunes, down this left-hand side. Bro, Rico Lewis, you're a future England international, man. See, guys like Lewis, I wish you were still in the academy and I was an Arsenal scout and I just managed to talk to you or your agent and get a move, man. Kind of in, like, see how Chelsea signed Cole Palmer. I wish it was adapting. Kovacic, he's going to bang it. And no one knows what Kovacic is going to do. He finds Rico Lewis. This guy's a baller, man. Absolute baller. You know, I would probably take a fit Pogba instead of Merino. Yeah, if all this other stuff wasn't around Pogba at this moment in time, Pogba's a baller. Pogba is a piano player. Merino, respectfully, is a piano pusher. Now, typically, you need both in midfield. If you imagine a theatre, if the piano pusher doesn't put the piano in the middle of the stage, no one buys tickets, no one watches the piano play or Pogba play. So they're both important. But Arteta, for me, you got too many workhorses in midfield. Kovacic goes for the shot. Van Brighton parries it. You might have seen that later. Didn't think he needed to do that. Would you take Belemba to Arsenal tomorrow, bro? I'm not gonna lie. I wanted Rafinha when he was at Leeds. He looked booky in the first year or so at Barca. He's back though. You're welcome. I'm on that as well. To be fair, how's Brighton not got a foul there? Gundogan is a perfect example of don't go back to your ex. Marcel, I could say Cristiano Ronaldo or Paul Pogba as well, to be fair. You should never go back to your ex. You want to read the same book twice? That's crazy. Big up you lot who could go back to your ex-girlfriends. Me, I could never do that. I'm listening. Nah. I'd equate that to someone coming into my house, going into my fridge and taking my milk or apple juice and putting their mouth on it. Nah. Just remember, lads, if you want to take your ex back, slipped out and she helped him put it back in. Myth. Safe. Forget about it. Could City get a second? Phil Foldinho shot cannons off a Brighton lad. And it's a corner. Again, I think Brighton came out of the blocks firing. Since then, it really just is City, man. And Brighton are starting to get themselves in situations where they've obviously got numbers and bodies around Haaland, but Haaland's getting in the gaps. That's kind of what led to the first goal. Now, it's easier said than done. I don't think you can contain Haaland, unless you're Saliba or Gabriel. But, yeah. I need everyone to give balls to Haaland for FPL. I mean, I kept Haaland in mind. I think, he's bagged now. Smith Rowe's bagged. I'm good. Salah's going to do his thing later. Saka's going to do his thing tomorrow. We're eating. Where am I in our FPL league? I am 7th. If I finish in the top 10, I don't care what you lot say, people. I've won the league. I'm kind of messed. What have I done? I only got 14 points this week. Let me chill out. Let's remember it's just started. Smith Rowe got 8 points. Haaland's got 5 currently. Robertson's on my bench. He got 6. Fabianski got 7. I got zanged. People on the bench getting points. You know what? Liverpool. I think Liverpool 4, Aston Villa 1. That one goal has to be from Duran. I need that. Wrong midfield selection from Brighton. Belemba should be starting. Look like they need a bit of steel. But to be fair, it's only 1-0. We are probably right. And again, the way Brighton, I love to see how people go man for man and all these sort of things. No, Robertson got 6 points, but he's on the bench. Join the club. I'm with you. It's me as well. Man City have only lost 1 game when scoring first in the Premier League since May 2021. That's 91 games, 78 wins, 12 draws, and only 1 L. So records are there to be broken, but it don't look good, Brighton, in terms of your chances. Kovacic is having a great game. I won't cap. Edison puts his foot through it. Who's there? Well, it's into the stands. Smash the like button and keep your thoughts coming. I don't get your fans' hate fetish for Merino. Guy's a dog. Hey, LFC. Tell them again, please. Because I don't get it either. Like, I don't get it because the man's just signed for the club. Anytime, like, I don't think he's like what? I think people are exaggerating the inner performance. He was one of our better players against Newcastle, where I'm not here to do that because everyone was crap. Bournemouth, everyone was crap. He's had an injury. They were sucking him off, pardon my language, in his cameos prior to that. For me, I think it's a bit of Mikel Arteta misprofiling individuals. Like, you're taking, like Merino, for me, he's a squad player. You're trying to make him a first team regular Don, a bit like Kai Havertz playing up front. So I think that's that. And I think propaganda from Arsenal, a lot of is it going to be 1-1? Danny Welbeck. Oh, big chance from Brighton. I think Arsenal fans do the propaganda thing. Like, these tacticals and all these guys, yeah, they ain't watch ball. Because all you had to do is watch the Euros. Merino's a good player, but he's a water carrier in a respectful way. He's a piano pusher. He's almost like a Spanish Declan Rice. You're there to win duels, win headers. You know, yeah, you can pass a ball, and you know the fact that you can header helps Arsenal from set pieces, but you're not that guy. When you've got these tacticals saying he's the Xhaka replacement, he's all action midfielder, he's the key to unlock this, that, and the third. The only one with the keys to unlock any footballer is the footballer himself and Mikel Arteta. But Arsenal fans love a scapegoat. Merino's not going to be the first nor the last. A lot of them hated Odegaard. A lot of them were not convinced on Gabriel. Some man tried to say Pablo Mari's better than Gabriel. Benjamin White didn't have an easy ride at this football club. I mean, nah, Danny Welbeck, that's how I know you came through Man United's academy. You're shameless. I hear it because I'll be doing the same thing. He's saying handball. Obviously, he's gone for the shot. Guardiola slid before he's gone for the shot, and it's obviously hit his hand. That's a shag. I mean, you saw us midweek. Stop the cat. Merino is not it. Why don't you guys just say it as it is? I don't think he's ever been that. I just think he's a decent squad player. I've always maintained that. I don't know what's wrong with that. If you don't think he's good enough, fair. If you don't think he's, you know, he's got to obviously answer these things. I just think you've been a squad player. I think you raised the floor of the squad. I don't think you raised the curtain. I don't think you're the blockbuster thing. I can't, if Mikel Arteta believes that, that's him and I have to judge appropriately. I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's scapegoated by Arsenal fans. Respectfully, Marcel, I hear that, but I watch my team a lot more than you. Oh, Rico Lewis. Oh, young boy gonna learn. Oh, ref, that's a yellow. Chris Brown, you're gonna learn. Just because you play for City doesn't mean it's all cool. Why is Danny Welbeck getting on to Rico Lewis? I rate that Lewis. Lewis had to bring him down. He's in trouble. Welbeck, don't be a bully picking on youngers. Rico Lewis, it doesn't matter. Welbeck probably tuck you in, but do this thing. But that is going to happen when you're inverting and you're not aware of your surroundings. I think even people exaggerate with the pace thing, but that is something he's going to have to get to grips with. The man's been in the Prem 2 minutes. What's the one thing we say about the Prem? For me, he's a squad done. You have Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Odegaard, or you get a next number 8 that's 30 to play with Rice. You have Partey and Merino's a squad done. Now I'm going to have to mention Szoboszlai for no reason. I like Belem, but I think he's cold. Duran, the best thing I can say to him, bro, bring him to the Emirates. Just shows there's guys everywhere. What? They bought him from MLS. And I wonder how long they keep Duran, like before they make a decision. Like, is Ollie Watkins top done or is Duran? Or do we have to change formations? Danny Welbeck's got a sweet gig at Brighton if he's taking free kicks. Surely has to be or something else. Surely there's something from the training ground. Danny Welbeck, it's not bad. They ain't hit the target. Raw. Danny Welbeck's acting brand new. The wickedest thing is, I've been saying this for years, and this is probably why Arsenal haven't kicked on. Oh, Danny Welbeck could still be of use to Arsenal. Genuinely could still be of use. You could play up front. Shameless. Hear me out. Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Danny Welbeck down the left. Man City restart proceedings. Guardiola, composure. Hey, ooh, Edison. Ooh, you know what? The young G for City has to hook it. Boy. Yeah, dead, man. How many times have you watched him before he signed for Arsenal? Arsenal fans were gassing him. Please, let's not do this Arsenal fans thing, because I've said that, and I know I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't speak for everybody. If I'm making videos about Zubimendi, and you can go back and look at my tactical analysis of Zubimendi, you'll see exactly what I said about Mikel Merino. And it's quite naive. Obviously, the Euros helps, but it's quite naive if you just expect that we're signing Calafiori or Mikel Merino or any club just off the back of the Euros. Where if you go and look at what said in the Athletic, he's tracking Merino for a year, tried to buy him last year. You're better than that, Marcel. You're smarter than that. I'm good, man. How's yourself? Can't hear you. Hello? Hello? Am I here? Yo. We can hear. My headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead, by the way? Which game do you stream the most? I mean, you're gonna have to fix your headphones or do something about that. But to those who can hear, typically Arsenal games. I support Liverpool, mate. I'm not player FC. You mentioned so I was like, I don't care, no problem. I hear that. But I'm just not gonna lie, I'm not gonna slate a player. Of course, Merino has some convincing to do, but I don't believe in all the nonsense fans are doing. He might not be the answer. He might have all these issues. But I'm not a fan of writing a man off when he's played 2 minutes. Because by that logic, a lot of the players that play for Arsenal Football Club at this moment wouldn't be there. And I think he's being misprofiled in terms of his stature in the squad. You should be using him like you lot use, I guess, Endo and them kind of man. And if you go and watch our games, Mikel Arteta, again, there's a conundrum in midfield. He's making him be a 6, a 10, and an 8 all in one game. Ironically, one of the only games one of his better games was against Liverpool. Because he's directly in a role. The only shaky thing he did is that Saka pass, and I'm not going to lie, my heart fell out my mouth, people. When he did, if you don't remember that pass to Saka, he's tried to control it, and I think Salah took it first time. Again, Arteta's got numerous tools, and none of them are banging. Big up yourself, Mark, man. Appreciate you. Also saw some Arsenal fans said we should get Rodrigo for the left. He would be good, but a lot of money. Bro, if Rodrigo, you got to be special if you're going to leave Real Madrid for Arsenal. And if there'll be a queue of clubs looking at you, some that could offer you more money and probably stronger sporting stuff, projects than Arsenal. But if you wanted to sign for Arsenal, bring him. Not going to lie, Rodrigo, I'm giving you a free roll, bro. You probably start off the left, but you can go be a 10, you can be a 9, you can go off the left, you could do whatever you want. He's apparently out for a month. It's terrible news for Real Madrid. 2 of the Brazilian players got injured. Apparently, I'm not sure what happened to Rodrigo, but apparently he's out for a month. And unfortunately, Militao suffered another ACL. Brighton on the ball here. I didn't say Brighton are out of it, but gradually they started well. After that, City have kind of taken control of proceedings. Yeah. Hey, DG, they got your bands. They got your bands and Mbappe on fraud charges. It's peak for Mbappe right now. I'm not going to lie. It's shaky, but all I would say is form is temporary, class is permanent. Kylian Mbappe will be back. Remember what? Luka Modric. If you know, you know. Generational midfielder, Real Madrid legend, central midfield legend, arguably has a case of being the best centre midfielder there is, really. All of that stuff. Remember what Luka Modric was voted. Go and ask Jose Mourinho. Remember what it was voted and then how it worked out. Don't write off Mbappe. He needs to play on the left wing. Oh my, hey, you gotta have balls of still playing for City. This playing out from the back. But this is why probably I'm on YouTube chatting shit and watching them. Rico Lewis, that's a lovely drop of the shoulder. Erling Haaland. To be fair, Haaland's general play is never going to be pretty, but today he's dropped in midfield, offered 1-2 passes, won some fouls as you saw now. Let's get Awari. I honestly think we need another left winger to challenge Martinelli and Trossard. As I said, I love Martinelli. I'm not giving up on Martinelli, but you need to be demoted to a squad option. You need to be someone that comes off the bench. You need someone that is better than you, really. We need to kind of mimic if you're not going to sign a striker, cool, you want Havertz up there. You needed to mimic what Liverpool have. Obviously, Havertz is not Firmino. But in terms of being a facilitator that has the capacity to get goals, and we're not, let's say, living or dying by him, great. Saka is our Mo Salah. You need to get that Mane. Because, boy, that's just what I feel. All jokes aside, DG, why do you protect players like Martinelli even when he puts in terrible performances consistently? Even though you rate the player, just call it out. And this is what annoys me, yeah? Because people hear what they want to hear. I didn't even see that comment. What did I just say? Martinelli's not putting in the shift. Go and look at the videos I've done about Martinelli. I'm not saying you, but it's like if I don't come out here and say every player is shit, there's an issue. I like Martinelli. I love Martinelli. No one can tell me nothing. But I've sat here and said, you're not doing the business. You probably should not be playing. We need an upgrade. Uncomfortable conversations. What more do people want me to say? The only attacker, if you put a gun to my head, that I really trust in this Arsenal team is Bukayo Saka, because you've earned that because you do the business. After that, I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's Kai Havertz, which could be a problem in itself. I like you, Trossard, but you're not the guy like that. Jesus, I think you're good for the squad, but you probably need to leave in the summer. Who else is there? Martinelli, we've spoken about him. Sterling, you're here for a year, and I don't think we're ever going to see the best from you because arguably the very fact that Martinelli has stunk up the place for just over a year now, or over that, probably this season so far, last season, and he's still playing 2 minutes to go. This probably tells you everything about where Mikel Arteta sees it. Like, at your worst, you're still better than these guys. So, which is quite jarring. So, it is what it is. Nah, Marcel's cool, man. DG struggles to criticize favorites. I noticed that. Fair enough. I'm not even going to get into it because Bukayo Saka is one of my favorites. Criticize him all the time. It's just you lot want me to sit here and F and blind and everybody shit. Fair enough, though, which is jarring. Phil Foden, you don't want to concede a second before half time. Someone of Foden's quality, it's got to be there. Fodenio still missing in the Prem. Run the agendas, man. Mbappe is having a stinker recently. Also looks like Palmer's out against Arsenal. I believe it when I see. I don't believe it. Maresca looks like he's on the Arteta mind games thing, man. It's bare mind games. Palmer will be there. I think Rice will be. If Rice ain't there, crazy. DG was about to drop his Martinelli funding until his latest resurgence. Bro, Martinelli's not improved. You've not improved. And fuck the goals and the assists for a sec, which you obviously can't. You're not playing with this. This hasn't improved. This is why I'm saying you need to be a squad player. You need to be someone that comes off the bench, ants in your pants, bare pace, rotationary option. You can still get starts. You need to upgrade. You have not kicked on. Your decision-making is not there. Is Welbeck on side? Danny Welbeck, that's poor from him. Is the ref going to let them take the corner? Or did the offside flag come up? I don't know if the offside flag came up, but just on a couple of occasions, these Brighton lads got, he's not offside. Had that have developed into something more than a corner, there's a decision to make there. I like this Brighton coach. I don't like your comments after the Arsenal game, but I swear he's in his early 30s. Boy, what have you lot made of the game so far, people? It's always amazing to watch football with you. Ederson will restart proceedings when he feels like it. Elite time wasting from him just to chew off the clock. And that should be the last kick of the first half. And I never lied to you lot. There it is. City deserved their lead. If I'm Pep Guardiola, I wouldn't be too harsh on my team. I just feel we could have got a second at least. I don't think Brighton should be 3-4 down, and that's it. For Brighton, that's the biggest benefit they can have actually at this moment in time. They're still only a goal down. I don't think their performance has been bad, but yeah. Hey, be nice. Everyone be nice. Everyone be nice, man. Everyone, hey, chat, be nice. But Merino is fine. He'll come good. I don't get the hate. Legit Xhaka upgrade. I don't know if that's a Xhaka. I don't think it's a Xhaka upgrade. I just don't. I'm flipping it now, yeah. When you deep it, what if Mikel Arteta don't want that replication of Xhaka? Because you look at Merino, yeah, and you look at Xhaka, yeah, both central midfielders. Xhaka passes the ball. Xhaka's more, all action isn't the right word because you could say that with Merino, but Xhaka's more progressive than Merino, right? Kai Havertz off the ball is one thing I like about Kai off the ball. He's very good on it. Nothing to write home about. You want Kai Havertz running off the ball. You want him getting on the end of stuff. If not, you want him obviously dropping deep, mucking into the ugly part of football. Two very different profiles individually when you compare Kai Havertz in midfield to Merino. Three very different players when you look at them two and Granit Xhaka, which points me to Mikel Arteta. What are you trying to do? And it's clearly not working. You could have, I don't know who you'd sign, but you look at Declan Rice and Jorginho last season. Could you have found a younger kind of Jorginho midfielder, obviously with legs? I don't know. I would love to see us find. I'm trying to talk into existence. Sorry, people. The time is still going. The Santi Cazorla, the Cesc kind of replacement. Like, I can't pronounce his name, but the AC Milan lad, man, that Rangers guy. Big up some of you lot. You was here when we watched Real Madrid midweek beat AC Milan. You see the way he plays, trying to split lines. That's the kind of midfielder we miss. We don't have that. This is why I'm gone past the point of, obviously players deserve criticism. It's how Mikel Arteta has assembled the team. You know, if you go to the grocery, if you say you're going to make a certain sort of meal, you go to the grocery store, apologies, and you get the ingredients, and the ingredients you're using, you're not cooking the meal you said, then what's going on? And if there's one thing that there shouldn't be issues about, I'm sorry, Edu, you've left. Mikel Arteta, you man, we're midfielders. That should be the one area that I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's not though. It's part of many conundrums at the club. Hey, be nice, guys, man. Come on, man. Come on. Referee DG, you know. Merino better than El Nene, 100%. Big up El Nene, but come on, bro. Nico Williams was always a dream on the left, not going to happen, but there are several interesting left wingers out there. Big up the club for this we tried thing, but we tried is not good enough. And then even that, yeah, look at Liverpool. Like, look at Liverpool. They didn't sign no one. They signed the, injury-riddled Chiesa. You know, if the season started poorly for Liverpool and they weren't where they are, fans would be right to say, yo, you've done Onslaught dirty. Liverpool ain't signed no one. It's basically been the same players. I do believe at this moment in time, Onslaught's evidently changed at quote-unquote a lot of what Jurgen Klopp was doing, but you can't make too much for managers. You can't do too much too soon. And they've been running away with it. So where do you look at it? You know, again, Gravenberch was always a talented player. You don't play for Ajax. You don't go to Bayern Munich. You don't sign for Liverpool without being a dead baller. Twice the player, he didn't really look like anything under Jurgen Klopp. Look at him now. So where do you flip it? Where do you look at it? Because Arteta is still not getting the best out of everyone. There's been moments where I think he's improved every one of those players. There's been moments where he's got it, but you're not getting the best out of that crop. So where do you look at it? Look how the squad's been assembled. And when I watch us, you've got Kai Havertz. I don't even care about dropping deeper and pulling to the right-hand side. The Inter Milan game, Kai Havertz is 6 foot plus, right? He's on the left-hand side crossing the ball for Gabriel Jesus, who's 5'8" or something. This don't sound right. Is this squad really in a good place if Arteta leaves? I think so. I actually think so. Obviously, there's, you'd want a winger, you'd want a striker, you want a couple central midfielders, but there's a good bunch of players there. Realistically, you might not be convinced with all of these players, but who's genuinely a bad player in that Arsenal team? Like a bad player. There's some players I don't want to see play and some that got deficiencies. Who's a bad player? You don't want to make Sterling's deal permanent. There's a serious conversation to be said about Tomiyasu off the basis of injuries, but he's a quality player. Kiwior can cut if he wants. Who else is there? Jorginho, good player, legs are past it. Partey, contract, them kind of things there, but decent. Jesus needs to leave. Not a bad player, just incredibly frustrating and a shadow of his former self. Martinelli, extremely frustrating, but if he's just part of the squad, then cool. It's not a bad squad. It's actually not a bad squad. Like, it's not. I don't believe it is. I'm not saying we should be winning Tour de France and trebles and Copa America and whatnot, but I genuinely think if Arteta walked tomorrow and a new manager comes in, it's not like you're inheriting what Arteta had to inherit or what we had under Emre and whatnot. Stop moaning. It's pitiful. Go with the flow. It will all come together. Leave Arteta alone. Moses, all that stuff sounds great, but what does that mean? Because if we was winning games, nobody's going to say stop talking positive. I don't think I've moaned. I can only talk about what I see. If everything's sunshine and rainbows, I'll tell you it's sunshine and rainbows. I've just been balanced. I've said there's negatives. I said this. I've literally just went off a tangent about how I don't think the squad is bad. But that's copium. Some people like to do the mad negative thing. Some people like it will all come together, go with the flow. We've got no choice but to go with the flow. Ultimately, I can't change anything with Arsenal Football Club. I can only comment on what we're doing. But that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. The problem is it has all come together. This is a culmination of decisions we've made or not made. This is where we find ourselves where we're at now. What's going on? Don't listen. Why do you watch our enemy, DG? You're giving these cities too much energy in the UK. Don't quite know how to answer that. I just want to watch football, bro. Like, I just want to watch football. An argument's sake, like, how do you know the enemy unless you watch the enemy? DG should become assistant manager. Defo not, man. I ain't got them credentials there, man. Why even hyping up Xhaka as well? He was only good in his last. That's harsh. I don't think Xhaka was only good in his last season, but in terms, I think I know what you mean in terms of looking like that standout Don. Yeah, but that says everything. That says everything, really and truly. To be fair, Merino was talking about Mikel Arteta with the height, and I don't mind the height. The Invincibles were tall, but at the same time, whether you're 7 foot, 10 foot, or 4 foot, 3 foot. Bro, football, we know football, obviously, headering and that. It's played on the floor, bro. Arteta, you can do your NBA thing. Can we just see some triangles? Can we see some creative play? Can we see what wins football? Because, again, I like the way Arteta has structured things, and you can't go, as I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself. You can't go forward, go back, can't go down the left, go down the right. That's cool. But there needs to be that healthy sense of, in my opinion, randomness. There needs to be a bit more invention and a bit intention. And obviously the players need to buck up their ideas. But when I'm seeing Kai Havertz trying to cross the ball, when I'm seeing Saliba cross the ball, when you look at what Mikel Arteta said about crosses in 2020 and now, this is what you're doing. And as much as I criticize the players, to a degree, they're only doing what the gaffers told them to do. Interesting talking points. Can you see a 0-0 clean sheet tomorrow, DG? Boy. DG, your mod ban. I mods, man. Stop banning people, man. Stop banning people. Stop banning people. I must admit, you know what? We need every engagement we can get. I'll be real with you lot. So even hating comments, man. Be nice. Even hating comments, people. Leave them. I always let me go and clear that. How do you do this again? Block people for racism and all that nonsense, 100%. But everyone be nice, man. Be nice, man. Life is short. Why are we being horrible? Why are we being horrible? Be nice, man. Be nice. Everyone, come on, man. Don't use your internet to be silly, guys. Please, thank you. Everyone's been blocked. Tell them again, Marcel. Good shout there. What are you lot speaking about? Xhaka had a great last season. Maybe he wasn't using it. I think Xhaka was misunderstood throughout his time at Arsenal. I do think he was scapegoated. That being said, there was evident limitations. And I do look back to Wenger because in the role Arteta used him, yeah. Do you remember a few years ago? Like Xhaka under for some part under Mikel Arteta, but mainly under Wenger and Emery. He was more of a deep lying playmaker, more of a six-ish kind of guy. Wenger, and I don't know why he didn't do it. Wenger said he was box to box, and he didn't do it, but he got slated for it. It's only now you really saw that box to box. Well, the last season, that box to box, that left 8, that seen a bit more from him. And I think we miss Xhaka's leadership more than anything. Like, say what you want. The man always fronted up to the music, man. Like, I hate to be that guy, but I do think a lot of our guys, I wouldn't even say soft. I just think you're born with that certain. Sorry, people, I'm still here. You're born with that certain thing. I just don't think it's there. Even the winners, man. Like you've got. Oh, the light came off. You've got Zinchenko that tends to be a bit soft, crying and that. What's going on with the light? Oh, I think my light died. Oh, that's another £200 for fuck's sake. All right, we're back. Aye, big up God, because that would have been 2 bills. Sorry, people, I'm just busting my half-time stretches. You never know when you'll be called into action. Smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. No clue how we're stuck on Arsenal, but, you know, the channel's for you guys. I'm just the host, so big up you lot. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, what you doing? If you ain't hit the like button, what you doing? Wait. Big up you lot anyways. But yeah, man. I predict City running riot today. Riot's an exaggeration. I don't think just winning today. I actually think Liverpool are going to batter Villa, like batter them. I'm saying 4-1 Liverpool in that. Man said, be right back. It's got to be 420 somewhere. No clue schema what 420 means, but have a good one. Yeah, block the fake scores. Fake scores. Don't block people necessarily being rude, man. There are too many broken pieces. Arteta is trying to place pieces to patch a work or a broken team. Dead. That's bullshit, bro. Like, that's bullshit. Maybe in your first year, what player is there because Mikel Arteta doesn't want them there? What are you talking about? We praise the right-hand side of Martin, now Kai Havertz, but Martin Odegaard, Benjamin White, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli down the left, whoever you want down the, at left back. The two centre halves are getting better and better. You brought David Raya in, which has been great. What are you talking about? If there's any pieces, he's fixed it. He's put them together and broke them again. What are we talking about? There's not a single player, whether Mikel Arteta bought them or not, that's in that squad for no reason. That might have ran back-to-back eighth. That might have ran. You spent 65 million on Kai Havertz. You kept Granit Xhaka when the world wanted him gone. You ripped up Aubameyang's deal. You loaned out Saliba, rightly so, until he's ready. You kept Martin Odegaard when everyone wasn't convinced with him. What are you talking about, bro? You lot brought in Sterling on loan. You're chatting mad shit, bro. And I'm not saying you, Moses, but this is what I mean. There's no balance. It's like Arteta and to the right, the far right, Arteta can do no right. The club have done no right. To the left, there's just BS, copium, acting. You look, say you want to win stuff, and you praise Mikel Arteta to high heavens and say he could do this and that, but don't hold him to the very high standards that you judge him on and that you talk about him on and that the man holds himself to. What broken pieces? Everyone gets injuries. Everyone gets suspensions, which, yeah, we've been dealt a harsh hand. What are you talking about? You bought Mikel Merino. You spent 100 million on Declan Rice, who was well known as one of the best sixes in the world. And I'm not even saying it's wrong. And try and make him an 8. What are you talking about? You brought Thomas Partey, quality player. The hell are we on about? What broken pieces? What broken pieces? What broken pieces? If it was Maresca at Chelsea, cool. You've just walked through the door. I hear that. Broken pieces, fix it up. We've had the manager for a while. I'm not doing the guy out and that, but we're chatting nonsense. We're chatting nonsense. You don't even believe that. In your heart, I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. Trying to patch broken pieces. Belemba will be coming on for Brighton. Broken team. If they're broken mentally. What? Anyone that's, in fact, regardless of where... Wait. Football has changed. Managers are doing halftime talks now. Listen, I'm no manager, but boy, if I was Brighton or Pep Guardiola and everything that goes on, the last thing I want to do is have a halftime talk. Boy, fair enough. Idiot thing, man. What do you mean broken pieces, bro? Let's not cap, bro. What am I talking about, fam? Talking about injuries. Yeah, we've had somewhat of a harsh hand with injuries and whatnot, but Arteta said in Thingy in the summer, yeah, you know what? Benjamin White, Saliba, Gabriel, we needed to sign Calafiori because there was injuries. Bro, injuries happen to everyone. Some harsher than others. Why act like it's unique? Yes, we've been done dirty. When you hear Saka's out, when Saliba gets a red card, when Gabriel's this, when Declan Rice has had knocks of his own. Yes, dead. Maybe if you got 7, 8, 9, 10 players out, I hear that. And there's been many times where we've had injuries and it's been doom and gloom and we've got results. Allow it, man. You're a manager. You really think over a 38-game period in this current day and age where most top teams and mainly top players are bordering on 70-odd games. Even if you go and look on Arsenal.com, Declan Rice added a great nugget actually in his interview with Lomberg. Dead. I'm not saying I know football, but man proving to me they don't know this thing. Man are proving they don't know this thing. Of course, I would love to have 2 great players in every position as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure you lot that support other clubs would say the same. That's not the way the cookie crumbles. And also, I know you can't sign everything and do everything you want to do. But did we leave that summer in the best possible scenario? I like the signing of Merino. We could talk about him, but I like that. Big fan of Calafiori. Thought you could have done better than Raheem Sterling, but end of the day, all right, you got him in. Who else was there? Cool. You could have got a long-term goalie, but all right, net for a year. Once you look past the individuals and in theory players that Mikel Arteta is more likely to trust, did we leave, just 2 questions, did we leave that window in terms of recruitment thinking, yeah, level raisers, we're going to fight the very team we're watching now? Obviously, Liverpool are there, but really respectfully to Liverpool, no one was talking about Liverpool in terms of a title shout in August, right? Did we leave that window thinking, yeah, you know what, we are better, we can do a thing? Did we improve our depth? Really and truly? Fair enough if you think yes to both. That's part of the problem. There's a lack of honesty. And it's okay to criticize. And it's okay to praise as long as it's in jest. You got people making content, oh, Arsenal is scary, Arsenal is this. And some of it's true in theory, but like people don't believe half the crap they're saying, positively and negatively. Right now, the climate around Arsenal, it's raining, it's sunny, it's dark. That doesn't mean you can't get out of the darkness. That doesn't mean it's all doom and gloom. In the same way, if we were blistering and we're winning, nobody sits here and says, oh, stop being overly positive, man. That's why I must admit, I hate Arsenal fans that come out and just say, we'll be all right, man. I'm not saying we won't, but why can't you speak on it? There's some Arsenal fans that are just out of this world loopy, and there's some that just do the most and think football's kumbaya. You can say as much buzzwords and all that crap as you want. Reality is there's 28 games left, so it's not all doom and gloom. But right now, the club needs to fight their way out of what they're in. What am I talking about, bro? Talking absolute fart, bro. Like, absolute fart. Farts, bro. Broken pieces. You broke your own pieces. Anywho, man. That's not an attack at you, Moses, man. Is it a dictatorship in here? I hope not. Hi, bro. Just tuned in. Big up yourself. You're part of the furniture coach, man. That's why I only subscribe to 5 channels. Low move to Brighton. They play good football. Who? This is why I'm here, DG. Other Arsenal content creators are either far right or far left when talking about a club. No middle ground, just for clicks. And for me, I get on with hey, Marcel, stop banning the man, allow them. For me, I think a lot of people on the far right make a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of people on the far left make a lot of sense. But many a time fell to everything, really. And I hear it. At the end of the day, we're here for clicks. Like, I hear it. I don't agree with lying, but I hear why people do it. I see why they do it. That's why we got our little platform here. That's why them man are all Manchester City, Liverpool. We are Brighton people. Yeah, we're doing our thing. But this is just how I am as a person. I'm just balanced. And I understand, like, obviously I get emotional. Football's an emotional sport. End of the day, it's copium. It's copium. Neither side are right. The truth is always in the middle. The devil is always in the details. When everything, I like to live my life, and I look at my Arsenal football team. When things are going wrong, acknowledge them, but think of reasons to be positive. Likewise, when things are going great, think of reasons to be somewhat negative or improvements to make. Complacency in life is a killer. Why do you think, beyond the obvious, why Pep Guardiola year in, year out does what he does? The minute my man's won a Prem or won a Champs, while everyone's celebrating, and even him, he's doing cigars and all that crap, he's thinking about the next one. So Alex Ferguson, the same. Oh, Balemba's added some tenacity to this thing, innit? Aderinga. They got my guy DG stressed on the Saturday. Nah, just passion, man. Just passion, man. I apologize, man. I just don't like that whole. I don't like the negative thing, and I don't like this whole woe is me thing, especially when, for me, I rate Arteta. I don't want you to stay at Arsenal forever if you're not going to get over the line. I'm by no means one of them Arteta sexuals, but I just think, man, big up Arteta. When things are going right, it's all Arteta. Things are going wrong, there's every excuse under the sun, under what? Like, bro, it's okay. I'm sure there's City fans who love Pep, but right now, excluding this game, the form they found themselves in, they're asking genuine questions. Does it mean they hate Pep if they're saying, boy, when Rodri's not been here or Kevin De Bruyne, we've had issues. Marcel's here. I'm sure he'll back me up. They love Jurgen Klopp. But I'm sure there's 1-2 times they would have said, yo, Jurgen Klopp could have done this or could have done that or the third. And there's many others. Boy, tongue-tied there. Why for that as well? That was a bit mad. I unbanned everybody. Well, there's still banned people. Free up the team, and we need the engagement. All right, there's an amnesty mods. There's an amnesty on bans, unless people are doing fake trolls or it's them. When people saying link here and all that crap. Is it reasonable to expect Odegaard to return and save the day? No, everyone needs to save themselves. I hope Odegaard starts. It's a big lift. It's our captain. We look a bit better defensively and offensively. Apart from that, boy. So, oi! Ooh, yo, that's a nasty one by Stubian. Who's number 20 for Brighton? He got nutmegged. You have to clamp Silvinho. Hey, Mars, I leave the guy alone, man. You lot, come on, man. We got a lovely channel here, people, man. It's all love. We have a bit of bant. Please don't send for people. Arteta sexuals, bro. Like, it's jarring, bro. And I've been to a press conference with Arteta. The man's got aura. I think he's a tactical genius. Not so much now. I think he's got a lot going for him. But if I think that you got to win things, and at some point it's going to have to be, bro, it's new done. Whether that works or not. I feel a lot of younger fans, they've never, this is the only time Arsenal have been half decent. And I feel a lot of fans that are older, they, you know, because we've been crap for time, let's be honest, other than the last 3 years, they keep saying, oh, but what about what Arteta's done for us? So what, bro? What about what Smith Rowe did for Arteta, bro? Still Cup. What about what? And again, I'm being harsh and paraphrasing. Pepe FA Cup, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Kieran Tierney, Aaron Ramsdale, Gabriel Jesus at this moment in time, and Zinchenko. Bro, there's a harshness. Go ask questions. Tommy, Ben, Timber, Jesus. Bro, man, no. Oh, big save by Edison. How many times have we been here? Yes, Jesus had that major injury in the World Cup year, right? Cool. Allow that. How much times has Jesus been injured away from that? How much times has Tommy Asu been injured? We know this as fans. Benjamin White, it's been known for the last few years, even going back to that year we bottled top 4 to Spurs. Benjamin White is known to play with injuries and have to be pulled from pillar to post. How far is that going to go? Injuries happen to everyone, bro. Injuries happen to everyone. Yes, it's an effect, but so what? You're a manager. People get injured. What manager is there going to be in the Premier League that has... If every manager had ideal conditions, everybody being fit, no suspensions, the same formation they put out there works week in, week out, what would football be? What would life be? I wish life was that simple. That's what comes with the territory, bro. What the hell? Come on. What the hell? That don't even make sense. So when Liverpool had them bare injuries, if we had the Liverpool thing, I'm sure there was a year Liverpool had bare injuries. Their season just, it felt like in a week, boom, everything. Dead. I'm sure there's teams with more injuries than what we've had. Of course, I sympathize with Arteta in that regards because you've had injuries and that. But how far does that go? How far does that go? Last year, we had a clean run. We did have injuries, but we had a clean run. Ironically, again, God, please keep him fit. Partey's fitness. Pardon me. I don't know, DJ. I think Arteta will do something. Gee, hopefully Christmas and IC pollen settings. But going through the Wenger Dross week in, week out from 06 to 2017 was painful. We picked up a couple of big guts. I hear you, man. I'd love to say the summer was successful, but being so close to signing Gyökeres and not pulling the trigger is proving to bite us. Proving, I think you mean to bite us in the arse. Everyone can see we need a goal scorer. Even that, I hear you. You're not wrong, yeah? If Arsenal had Gyökeres up front right now, I promise you, I'm not saying he wouldn't score goals. He would not be the answer. Why? When last did you see Kai Havertz miss a chance or be presented with a 1v1? When last did we really create for a forward? Because you look back at last season, the very problems we face now, we had those very problems. And then it went from, okay, now Arteta's fixed something. We are creating chances. You look at the Villa game, West Ham at home, which a lot of fans forget. That's when I could say striker changed things. We got a million chances and nothing's being created. And Arteta don't like, again, in the present day, it's difficult because even Haaland, who really and truly, you don't want to see Haaland dropping deep in that. You want to see him on the shoulders. But in today's day and age, strikers can't do that. If being a goal scorer at this moment in time was the most, and Arteta's not an idiot, he knows strikers need to score, and I think he recognized that. If scoring goals, was the most important thing for a striker at Arsenal at this moment in time, you wouldn't have seen Eddie Nketiah get a run. You wouldn't have seen Gabriel Jesus. You would not have seen Kai Havertz. Oh, City could be in here again. Oh, thank the Lord if you're a Brighton fan, innit? Big up Chris Hodgson. Tried to get a video done with him, man. It's unsuccessful. Did you see Vinny doing the Saka celebration? Come do the Saka celebration over here, man. It's Vinny. Boy, extreme centrism for clickbait on both sides. And again, football has become an echo chamber. That's why you'll see, like, I'm a big fan of, I don't tell you what to think, just think. For me, as long as you can provide evidence for why you think what you think, cool. And you don't, like, everyone can be right, everyone can be wrong. I'm not here to do that. I hold my hands up more time than not. But this is why I like to listen to everyone, because I think everyone can have a thought. But the problem is a lot of people just want to hear their own voice or opinions that replicate their own. Erling Haaland, could be a defending by the Brighton lad, or it would have been 2-0. Game done, safe. City looking like they're going to get the second. The way Brighton plays out from the back is brilliant. Even our world-class defenders, we just hoof it to Kai. Pretty harsh. I don't think they do. But if they do, that's because they've got no options. Fans can't demand silverware, in my opinion, can just ask for the team to compete to their best potential. We never demanded the Prem with Wenger. I hear you. And that's where it is for me. I definitely think demand is a bad one, but like we just need to look stronger in our pursuit of silverware, bro. Yeah, Alan, you're moving mad, bro. That's not how you get gal, my guy. That is not how you get gal, my guy. Scaring the bitches, man. What? You scaring them, man. You can't come on a 2-man step. You're crazy. You're scaring them, bro. Chill out, Alan, bro. Take a touch, my brother. Take a touch, man. What happened to some boy? Take a touch, man. You scaring the bitches, man. Like, my man just hoofing the thing, like. Man said, I don't bite. Yeah, that's going to get you some pum pum. That's going to get you some clunch. Take a touch, my brother, man. Moving like William in an Arsenal shirt. Take a touch, my brother. You're moving mad. Matt O'Reilly's coming on. Big him up, because I swear he had a mad injury when he just signed for Brighton. In swinging corner here by City. There's a bit of argy-bargy and verbal going on between the City. Why am I saying City like that? But City and the Brighton players. Alan, you're moving mad. Word of advice, switch up that display picture as well, my brother. Switch that up, bro. I know I said there's an amnesty, but ban that one. Ban that one. Ban that one. Ban that one. Yeah, my guy here, bro. Bro, Donny is not trying to take a touch, bro. Take a touch. Excited. I said, don't be shy unless you want me to. Brother. Not a man there that they'll be with a girl in the room when it's time. What's the most you done with a boy, though? Idiot dance. I don't know anything. I don't know. Don't know how my thing. I don't know anything about that. I'm not in the same boat as Alan, 100%, but I'm scared of girl. Big up Keith in the building, my guy. Rushing in, bro. Rushing. Scatter, come on. Calm down. Excited. The two priorities should be a top-level left winger and creative midfielder if you're not going to give Ethan the minutes. It's not, you know what? I think he doesn't trust Ethan in the defensive things he wants to do. And I just feel Ethan, I'm starting to believe, and this is why I said I'm not going to do a Liverpool Villa stream, because I'm going to do a video around this. I just don't think, I think it's nothing to do with, obviously Ethan's young, all that stuff. I don't think it's anything to do with Ethan and creativity. It's, Ethan's not a tool that he wants to use. He wants to do this defending first thing and all this other stuff that you see with Arteta. So it's somewhat irrelevant. Me, I'm at that point now. Baptism of fire for Ethan, man. Dash him in against Chelsea. What's the worst? He learns from it and he gets hooked, if anything. The very fact that he dropped a shoulder and he thundered it over against Inter, bro, it took 90 plus minutes to see that. Arteta, your game management as well. I'm not going to sit and lie. There's been many times I've called for subs. Arteta has not made the sub and it's worked out. There's been times where I didn't want to see subs and he's made the subs and it's worked out. I'm on YouTube, just a fan, an armchair expert. He's a professional manager. But there's been many a times of recent, you're asking Gaffer what's going on with the game management. Like, I'm not saying Sterling is the answer. You've got him on the bench, use him. I genuinely thought dash him on against Inter. Just because he's going to run in behind. I therefore wanted to see Ethan sooner. I therefore wanted to see Martin Wondergaard sooner. But what do I know? I'm just, like I said, it's easy for me to sit here and commentate. Ethan is raw, man, but yeah, man. Brighton letting us down. But to be fair, if you're pursuing a Premier League title or anything of that ilk, and you have to rely on others, like some of you Arsenal fans, soldier souls, shaking Batty and Nash for Spurs last season. You lot, another thing people hit me up for saying, oh, you're not a real Arsenal fan. I'm not a real Arsenal fan because I'm not skinning out Batty for Spurs. Safe. Anytime your future is in the hands of others to decide, you've not done the right thing. Of course, naturally, Liverpool won Arsenal to big, Liverpool and Arsenal got banter anyways, but in the title race, we're the third of a 3-horse race now. They want Arsenal naturally to lose. They want everybody, Liverpool wants City and Arsenal to lose. Arsenal want Liverpool and City to lose, and City want City just want to get points and want everyone to lose. The game's the game. But if these teams can drop as many points as they like, if City were to somehow lose and Liverpool lose, that's great. But that's off that is guaranteed. That has to be guaranteed off the assumption that Arsenal going to do the business against Chelsea, personally. Rutter. Oh, right. I never knew Kovacic had strength like that. Man, just eased him off the ball. Where you going? Carl Walker. I'd say City have been the stronger team in the second half as well. Skinning out Batty, bro. Like, look how they're going. You see DG man talking about I'm down to be with Alan. Aye. No one get at Marcel. That's my guy. Stop now. But I didn't get him out of here. Get that guy out. That's one brother that's got to go. You lot be very bad in the chat. Get him out of here, man. Crazy brothers. Crazy individuals. I still can't believe that, bro. What was Donny expecting to happen? Like, girls are gonna be like, "Oh, Alan, chat to me, bite me." Fair play if that was the thing. Not fair play. What am I talking about, dickhead? You dead. Scary, man. Don't want to see what's on your laptop, bro. You therefore don't have to sign in anywhere. Shopping in Chelsea's bins is down bad. I know it's a bit shameless, but do you have any idea which manager you'd want to see after Arteta? Oh, I can't lie, man. Inter Milan's in Zag at this moment in time. A certain former Liverpool midfielder doing his thing at Leverkusen. Salvino did everything right to the shot. We will win tomorrow. I'm concerned for your blood pressure. It must be high. Don't be concerned, man. I'm good. And I hope we win tomorrow. I think we'll win tomorrow. I've said that before, but I'm prepared to look like an idiot, innit? I think we'll win. Alan doing that 3 a.m. in the club lights on says, nah, bro. He's doing that weirdo stuff, man. DMing only thank you. I can't lie to you. If I was Arteta, I'd look in the camera next press conference and say, I need a striker to wear the 14. That's good, but it can't until January the earliest. That can't happen. Raheem was clearly an Edu signing. It's not happening unless Arteta sanctions that, bro. Or they don't get no one. That's where they both have to hold that. Because I don't listen. As Edu said, I didn't plan on doing that. I don't know if you tried to get Nico Williams or anything else, but you failed. So you have to hold that. They sit there and say it's a collaborative effort. As I said on Troops' stream, and as I said before, you know, obviously, I don't know about all of you lot. I'm pretty sure so many people can relate, yeah? It's like you're at your nan's house or granny's house, yeah? And there's you, all your cousins, 10 of them. You're all ramping, having fun, running up and down in the room, gallivanting. Everyone's having a great time. Someone breaks something. Does your nan and granddad ask who did it? Or is everybody getting beats? And if everyone's getting beats, you lot are from the same walk of life. If not, if you know, you know. Appreciate you, Dan, man. I'm not awesome. If I'm awesome, it's because of you lot, man. The way people talking about Arteta, they should be talking about Alonso. Brother went invincible and won a domestic double. Fair play. What happened to that? Oh, he's there. I was about to say, what happened? The Turkish fullback that Brighton got. But I swear you meant to play for them. I'm sure there is someone from the under-23s better than Stern at this point. But hindsight's a wonderful thing, and Coach Juby made his mind up. But if he was gonna, you know, you might as well just give Coach Juby the game time. Oh, that was a horrible touch from Matoma. Matoma's got no change out of Carl Walker. He's about to tell me to shut up. He ain't gone nowhere with it though. It's still behind. That's a decent ball. So making me look at lucky. Rutter got up and over. Shout out my dude Riley. Big up you lot in the cup, man. Everyone talks about Alonso. I think all Arsenal fans deserve this international break. Go on holiday or hike, start a hobby or pick up an instrument, people. I hear it, you know. I hear it. But the problem is, football is already an illogical game. How many times, and not just Arsenal fans, well, to be fair, I don't think City fans would say it of recent, but how many times have we sat here? João Pedro's coming on Friday Ringo. How many times have we said, I'm done, not watching it no more, this, that, the other, and you're still here? Football doesn't make sense. There's some of you, women, I'm sure if you're in the chat, but I assume the majority of people are men here. There's some of you out there, myself included, allegedly, you'll cheat on your wives, your girlfriends, whatever. You wouldn't dare go and support another football team. These teams don't support us, you know. They don't support us. We support them. And no one told us to do that. Big up you lot all around the world. Some of you are in other countries. You're waking up at stupid times and still going work to watch your team. Some people are, like myself, making content. Some people are following the club, whatever club, up and down the country. Like, bro, Newcastle. And imagine if sometimes you have them get Arsenal ain't had that, but imagine you got Newcastle midweek. Bearing in mind, you got your own family, you got your own job, you got your own kids. Bro, Newcastle, bro, even when they have some of Andrew's a Liverpool fan. Arsenal versus Liverpool midweek is peak if you're an Arsenal fan traveling from Arsenal to London. How many times have you seen, the last trains, this and that, the game's not done yet? How the hell are you getting home if you're not driving? Lord knows how much an Uber costs from Liverpool to Arsenal. Football don't make sense in its entirety. And to be honest, when you start being exposed to things that I have, it's not that you stop supporting a team or you don't love your team, or you become a neutral. You kind of detach a bit from it. Like, football is very much a business, and what I would say is your club's not really reflected in the way you think it is. Oh, Danny Welbeck, you need to get your head up. That pass needs to, Danny, that pass is horrible to that right-hand side. Brighton could have been in here. They still have the ball. However, there's several City reinforcements. Big up yourself, F. You're always here. Wenger didn't get given a lot of money to spend on the Kroenkes compared to what Arteta's been given. Arteta's been given the keys, man. Arteta's won very little trophy so far. In January 2022, we wanted Vlahovic, and 6 months later, we signed a totally different profile with Jesus. Our recruitment sometimes don't make sense. To be fair, I hear you with that, but at the time, it was calm. But you can't go, I hear what you mean. You're going from someone that's a bit more physical to Samba. I hear it. I love Arteta for how he's transformed us, but his stubbornness and the amount of power given to him is questionable, such as how much influence he'll have on the dictator. Only wants yes men. As I said, obviously with the way Arsenal have been, with, the money spent and the lack of trophies, there's a talk around Arteta getting sacked and all of this jazz. If Arteta is to stay, for me, this thing is only going to get serious if you find a new David Dean. Oh, Matoma, dead first touch. Brighton fans could never be claiming a penalty. Brighton, for as much as it's all been City, they've had two very good opportunities where they should have scored. Matoma's first, listen, actually, boy, me on YouTube talking about professional footballers' first touch, horrible, but Belemba's played him through that touch. You've got to take it in your stride. On another day, in another game, he takes that in his stride, probably chips it over Edison. Today, none of that. Would you take Matoma? Yeah, but it's me, João Pedro. Oh, Lord. To be fair, it was falling over. Another big chance. As he missed the target, I probably would take Matoma, but I'm not expecting fireworks. Times and money have changed since Wenger, which is also true, Martin, man. But with great power comes great responsibility. Like, in high school, a girl told me we need to go out weekends. We can't sit at home and watch Liverpool. I said, safe, you can be replaced. If a girl told me Arsenal or you, can't find the next girl. Can't find this team. Or you just find both. Like, I used to take my ex to the Emirates. Shout out her, man. She used to wait outside and wait for my AFTV interviews. Well, I've taken a few girls to the Emirates, to be fair. Allegedly. No, I ain't. Acting up for social media. No, I haven't. Being in the US, we have to wake up early to watch the Premier League, but last 4 years, the EPL has deliberately have, not sure what you're saying at the end there, Tom, but again, whether you're in America, India, I don't know why, big up the Aussies, I don't know why, but my channel, I don't, big up Australia or the YouTube Australian algorithm, yeah, but there seems to be a lot of Aussies getting put onto my content. It's peak in Australia. It's peak. And this is why it annoys me when people are like, you don't live in the country, you're foreign and this and that. Bro, I got respect for anyone that spends their hard-earned money running up and down and watching Arsenal with season tickets or just buys tickets. You bearing in mind international football. Some of you are waking up and watching the team before you go work as well. We all love the game. DG, see if you can get Piers Morgan on as a guest who's a big Arsenal fan. I hear you, Dan. But sometimes you don't think I can move mountains, you know. Some of you lot say, get Ian Wright, get this. Bro, I don't know Piers Morgan, to be fair with you. I'd love to do it. I don't advocate violence, but I think I'll punch Piers. Piers Morgan's one person I'd love to punch in the face like Jeremy Clarkson. I think you're an absolute piece of shit. Consider that over 5 years, City are the 11th spenders, United second. In that thing, we've turned our worst squad in 30 years to a contender. That's true, but I hear you. But just because other people got more money than us doesn't mean that we've bought correctly or don't have money. I'm not saying you, but some Arsenal fans like to do like acting like we're pinching pennies, or like we're pinching pennies. I didn't agree with it, but you see the times we're getting Pablo Marie and them kind of Lichtsteiner, you know what, the Emre era / the early Arteta days. I can kind of hear that. Bearing in mind, you found 45 million to spend on Partey to activate his release clause, which had to be paid up front. Imagine having City's depth. Bernardo Silva. Are we gonna Gundogan's getting hooked? Stinkering hooked. Are we gonna talk about Gundogan? Example: North London derby was always a noon kickoff in England, 5-6 a.m. in US. Now it's always a late kickoff. To be fair, I think the English game is going to end up like America. I don't think it can, because I think culturally the UK and the US is different. Like, one thing I've always I like about the US, you lot are a bit more outspoken. You can be honest. You see like the NBA channels. You see the way that the athletes speak. You even look at the way Jamie Carragher acts on Sky Sports versus over there. There's so many things. And obviously there's a lot of American owners like Josh Kroenke for us. I'm sure Liverpool are owned by Americans. Chelsea now. I'm not sure how it works at Man United now with the Ineos group, but they had the Glazers. It's naturally going to get like that. And I just think regardless of whatever country, football is going to get weird, bro. You're going to see North London derby in Saudi Arabia. You're going to see everything everywhere, man. I'll be honest with you. And it's not under the premise of bringing the game that we all love, regardless of your race, religion, country, or background. It's not being brought under that premise of bringing the game to everyone. Ching. João Pedro. I wonder if the Brighton gaffer reckons, should I start João Pedro and Balemba? We can't spend for sure, but we've had 0 worldies in the squad. For me, you can't point at spending and say we failed. I don't think we failed. When it comes to winning the title, we failed, though, evidently. And for me, it's purely about fine margins now, because that's it. We don't need... Well, to be fair, you could sit here and make a case of Arsenal probably needing to bring in a couple and let a couple of players go. But I don't think it's a thing where we need some massive rebuild and all of this jazz. It's just a couple of minor things that Arteta needs to address internally and on the transfer market. And in terms of going from being the nearly men to winning a title, we have failed. The rebuild, all that jazz, great. Like, the team, we have a heartbeat again. Let's be honest. Since we moved to the Emirates, it's been shit. Pardon my French. It's been shit. It's been filled with more heartbreak than anything. There's been many fractions. Like, now we're finally half decent. We're all somewhat singing from the same hymn sheet. There's a heartbeat. There's maybe not so much now, but there's something to look forward to. It's just the fine margins now. And yeah, you're right. Other teams are spending all these things, but isolated to the variables that Arteta can control himself, having a plan B, playing attacking football, defending to the high standards, not being complacent and resting on certain players' laurels, and not just him, everybody. Have we exhausted that? Can we honestly say we did the best we can? I don't believe we can, bro. Waiting for the EPL cheerleaders. I remember Crystal Palace had some in the past. Even that, the main thing I wish that the English game had, that the Americans have, is just honesty, man. Like, even when I used to interview the young Arsenal players, they would start off being shy, and then they would open up. I just feel the English media, they're out to catch players out, and I don't think you can be honest. Like, realistically, the only time I've seen interesting player. Oh, but Lembo is cold. He lost the ball there. Brighton still have it. The only time I feel I've been interested in like content around footballers is when the clubs are doing it. Like, I think Nottingham Forest, with Anya and all of them are doing something great. Or when these, footballers are starting to go on YouTube platforms, innit, where they're a bit honest. Other than that, after this game, regardless of, let's just say, just because it, talk into existence, Brighton turned this around and win 2-1, and you was to find someone, what are they going to say? Yeah, it's a good game. The lads dug in deep. They're not going to say anything else because they know they're going to get caught out. That's a good pass. Oh, ref. There's no advantage for Brighton. I mean, ref reckons there is. Mitoma. 15 minutes left. João Pedro. Is he going to run into a blind alley or make something happen? Finds Mitoma. João Pedro. But again, look at that. Look at how City are defending. That's a ball. You got to put that across. It's whistled across. Another big chance. DG, Arsenal could have had Klopp as manager. Pardon me. That's one of my pet peeves with Arsene Wenger. I just feel if you stepped away, I think there was a point where Arsenal could have got Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp. I must admit, though, I don't think Pep Guardiola would have worked out at Arsenal, if I'm honest with you. Nothing, because I'm not saying I don't agree with Pep's a checkbook manager, but at them times when Klopp was at Dortmund and Pep wasn't at City, Pep needs money, innit? Pep's like a gourmet chef. You have to go and get him the most expensive ingredients. We weren't doing that. I think Jurgen Klopp is more likely to work. You give American media too much credit. They're sharks like the UK. Fair enough. But for what I see here, over there, it looks like you can be a bit more free with what you're saying. Even with some of the people that are like have built careers of being personalities and that, you kind of got to play the game a bit more in this country. It just feels like America, you lot are a bit more, you can talk your shit a bit more and be a bit more whatever. Klopp was on his sabbatical. Arsenal could have definitely gotten him before Liverpool did. EPL has cheerleaders in the early days. Thinking likewise, DG, just some fans first or people need shooting. Madness. The 11 have let us down. Most tactics work, cutting edge lacks. I slightly disagree on the tactics, but this is where, for me, people need to have opinions. Like, you can't just blame just the manager or just the players or just this, everything. Why do people think all our problems in these 5 margins will be solved in one transfer window? Sesko/Gyökeres plus others will arrive and our trajectory will change. Poor and City will get worse. I mean, I hear that. City are still going to be City, in my opinion. And even if they fall off, how much are they? Arne Slot hasn't had a transfer window. Maybe, I hope Liverpool do, but he hasn't had a transfer window. In the same way, like, I would say last season, going into last season, everybody was sitting there and going, it was a fluke for Arsenal. This team's going to come back. That team's going to come back. And I said, that's cool. If you're Chelsea, you want to be at the top. There is going to, like, everyone's going to want to be at the, oh, Brighton could be in here. Mitoma, Welbeck, come on, bro. Pandemonium! Pedro, goal. Get the ball, we can win. João Pedro, a man called him Pedro. João Pedro, let's go. City. The Seagulls have shut on Man City in the 77th minute. I even forgot what he's talking about. Apologies, people. What was we on about? What was I waffling about? Apologies, man. Proper Sunday League goals. Mitoma. The young G of City hasn't dealt with it. It's poor from City. Shout to Welbeck. He's kept it alive. It's a bit of scrap. It's a scruffy one, but it's a vital one. I mean, you can't rule out City getting a second, but yeah, I can't even remember. What was you on about? Someone jog my memory, man. Walker getting cooked. Oh, yeah, that's it. You see last season, yeah? Like the start, people saying it was a fluke from Arsenal. Chelsea's going to do this. Liverpool's going to do that. United's going to do that. City's going to do that. And I said, hold on, they might. But why does everybody assume, whether it works or not, why is everyone just assuming that Arsenal just going to, these men are going to do this and Arsenal just going to stand still? It didn't make sense to me. Look at Haaland. Stay humble, innit? Yeah, fucking God. You can have all them titles and whatever. One season, City can be got at Arsenal fumble as well, whereas Liverpool just step in and start firing difference in mentality. The one season when City are struggling, Arsenal-ish. This is my biggest issue with Arsenal because I don't know what the future has. I just believe these 2 years, 3 years, really. Not so much the first year we fought for the title, but you give or take the last 2-3 years, yeah, including now. I just feel we've had a real sweet spot. Like, fair enough, Arne Slot right now has kind of ruined what I'm saying, more so last season, but City are rebuilding. Liverpool weren't doing what they're doing now under Arne Slot. City are City. Chelsea are doing what they're doing. United are moving mad. We kind of had a bit of stability. Could we just grab 1-2 trophies and keep it moving? City dropping points just means Liverpool win the league now. If Liverpool drop points later, Liverpool will drop points this season, but they're running with it, man. They're gone. Credit to Liverpool. Uncomfortable conversations, Arteta. I'm not going to cap, man. Bro, the English don't love massive characters. We tried to put confident people down. We do. And the problem, people fail to understand in life, yeah. Do you know how strong media language is? Like, one man that I'll always hate is Brendan Rodgers. One day it will come out, yeah. There's a certain player on loan at Arsenal, but once upon a time he played for Liverpool. One day it will come out this sheer amount of fuckery, pardon my French, that man did, putting things out to the media. Do you know how strong the media is in society, let alone football? That's for another stream still. That's for another stream, people, man. 10 minutes left. ESPN, bro, because it just feels like America. You can talk your thing, like You can talk and say what you want. England, you got to play the game a bit. Yeah, I traveled in Southeast Asia for a year and would watch matches on random bars or night outs. Good times. I go back next year. Safe journey in advance, bro. I've never been to Asia. Be nice, actually. But yeah, I've never been Asia. You don't need to get the subs up, man. Then I can go on holiday again. I've never been South America. I've never been South America. I've never been Asia. Never been Africa. Been a couple places in Europe. Been a couple places in the Caribbean or whatever West Indies, whatever you want to refer it to. There's a big world to see out here, man. My biggest issue with Arteta is he never trusts his squad. He didn't trust Smith Rowe this season at Sterling, even when things are not working. I always say, bro, this is when things go wrong, you see who Arteta trusts. I can honestly say I've never said that. Never. I live in Indonesia. I have to be up in the early hours of the morning to watch every game. I just believe. Big up yourself, Moses. And again, mad thing. That's why it annoys me when people, because there'll be someone that will sit that might live in England, not even America. Someone might live in England, and you might be arguing about football, debating, and someone will tell you you can't talk because you're not in England. Indonesia, that's Asian timeline. So God knows if it's a 12:30 kickoff in the United Kingdom, what time you have to wake up. That's a madness. Got Ethiopia. US sitcoms, lovable winner. UK lovable loser. Arteta is way too stubborn for a manager. He's never won anything. Damn. Vlog it will bang. Oh! Swear down, Matt O'Reilly. Let's go! The Seagulls have shot on the City. If we're not winning the Prem, neither are you. Probably Liverpool. Uncomfortable conversations. Mikel Arteta. Oi, come back. Oi. Because if Arsenal did this, I'd hear stuff about mentality. I drink that water bottle, Pep, you want some Henny? That's what you need, my brother. This game is like Football Manager. So I understand if Pep's head's hot. Boy, you know. Belemba, Welbeck, João Pedro, mad things. Definitely not offside. And again, I'm not aware of when Matt O'Reilly's actually come back to full fitness. But I'm sure that individual got injured in his early days at Brighton. So what a great moment. Fantastic build-up play from Brighton. Mazzolini. Let's go. And you'd imagine Liverpool are watching this. So they're going to probably... I gave them 4-1. Liverpool 4, Aston Villa 1. Probably going to be 6. I big up Riley. His boots are wavy. And you just wonder because Brighton in the second half had 1-2 chances before that, you know. As I said at the start, we all know this. Nobody, again, you know, City have not managed this game correctly. Yeah, they were 1 goal up. They've bottled it. Nobody wants to go and play Brighton, away from home. This is one of the nastiest games on the Premier League calendar list. Nasty, especially in the evening like this. I remember a few years ago, Arsenal actually, well, we've definitely got our asses handed to us at Brighton. But there was a couple of years ago, yeah, like, I think the first year we fought for the title, I think we went 2 goals up or something like that. We did something mad. We was playing well, I couldn't believe it. And then they scored a couple goals. It was a nervy ending. Ref, that's a fact. Hey, Brighton, play to the whistle. Play to the whistle, boys. Play to the whistle. João Pedro, the difference maker. What country is João Pedro from? Brazil. 2026, we're winning it. Brighton, Munich, big them up. 4-1 game that felt like 2. Brighton deserved this. This is why you never give up. There isn't a DM open in the transfer window for them to raid. City might be washed, you know. Liverpool 2024-25 winners. Freaking out. Everyone can play in the pockets than us. See what happens when you play football. You see, big up Hail, happy Atticus. Big up you. Hope you and wife are doing well. See what happens when you play football. Things happen. Looking at Smith Rowe's form, Arteta owes an explanation to the fan base. I love Martinelli, but could Smith Rowe have played off that left with Martinelli's form? I think if Smith Rowe stayed at Arsenal, you wouldn't see this Smith Rowe because he's actually put in a run of games. And I'm not saying Arteta don't believe in him, but pardon me, the best belief is a man starting, innit? He wouldn't have got that. We need to beat Chelsea anyways, and you can't rule out City scoring an equaliser, but if we are to have some part in the title race, which personally I think is over, you got to beat Chelsea. João Pedro, win the foul. I cook Kyle Walker. Cook him, man. Where's Phil Foden? You don't back the beef. City should have conceded 4 last weekend, did midweek, and probably should be further down today. We don't look that bad, at least. I hear it, but we need to win. Might as well do a Villa watch. I got to do the vid, bro. Belemba changed the game. Baller. What a moment for Matt O'Reilly. Arteta drank that water bottle and threw the rest of Pep, student to teacher. It's a bit weird how they're both rubbing out at the same time, innit? Slot will find out and we'll have to be there to capitalize. It's true, but laterally, Liverpool professional team, innit? Like, they're obviously going to know the result, but it's irrelevant. They have to go out there and ignore that and go and do your job. And they also have to take warning in that upsets have happened. I'm sure Liverpool at Anfield, they don't want to be where City are now, going a goal up, messing about. Yeah. You're right, DG. American athletes have big personalities like Zlatan that can boss the media. Because you lot are like, don't kill me, but it just feels like it's an American thing to be loud. Not loud, but like talk your thing. You do that in England, you're arrogant, bro. It's all circular. We spent decades without the title. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, our time will come again. I mean, I hear you, Marty, man. But, bro, I'm 29. And I know I'm spoiled. But I remember being called a glory hunter for supporting my football club in primary school. I've seen my team win the league at Old Trafford. I'll be real. Nothing's better than watching my team win the league at White Hart Lane, but obviously, a lot of my family are United fans, my older cousins. You know how lovely it was for Will Tour and all that madness. So to go from that to this, it's difficult, bro. My whole secondary school, it was tough. It was tough supporting this club. I got excluded. Again, I've said this before. I got excluded from secondary school for a week the day after Arsenal bottled it against Birmingham. Because obviously I knew people were coming to run bants. I said, anyone that makes jokes, don't joke with me. It's fighting thing. Man of my word. I've seen too much pain, man. I just want to be able to smile again, man. Like the last 2 years for the league. I'm sure we all remember Gallas on the halfway line at Birmingham, the Leicester season, Phil Foden bottled it. The Leicester season, yeah, embarrassing nights in Europe. The whole Emirates early regime of selling our best players and getting slapped like 8-2 and all these things. I deserve it, man. All the other Arsenal fans say, I deserve it. I deserve it. Kevin De Bruyne, that's a ball, you know. Haaland, oh, that. You see the guy with the cane rolls for Brighton, he's put in work defensively. It'd be a shame if City score an equaliser, you know, but I think so. What the hell's going on? 40 lad? Phil Foden. Didn't back his mum. Can he back the beef today? Matthias Nunes. Pep, leave, man. You got nothing to... Oh, shit. Oh, my... This Kevin De Bruyne guy, man. He plays for the Red Devils in Belgium, and I thought he was the devil today and was going to spoil the day. I thought that went in. I genuinely thought a man scored. Oh, my days. Why am I like a Brighton fan today? They seem to have an extra man there. Charles, I'm older. I remember Anfield 89. Been through some rough years since late Wenger. At last, we're thinking of the title. It's true, man. But I can't let... Do you know what it is? There'll be a day, yeah, when I genuinely will come out with chest and say, yo, Arsenal are winning the Prem. I can't do that yet because in my heart, I think there's plenty of negatives. I think there's plenty of positives. I can't explain it, but I know what it takes to win a league. Not that I've ever won a Premier League. And when that time comes for Arsenal, no one will be on YouTube more than me because you lot know balance using this. I don't think we've got that. I think our team, bro, I'll be real with you, Marty, man. I think they give us enough to be optimistic about. And then enough to whatever. And again, I don't want to agree with Patrice Evra, but I have to be real. It does feel like a Netflix series. It's always next season. But you're right to a degree, man. We have to relax. You give Kevin De Bruyne a space, it's over. No, fuck's sake. 9 minutes of added on time. Smash the like button, people. 9 minutes. Where's that come from? 9 minutes. Where's that come from, lad? Arsenal won't win tomorrow after this. We can never capitalize. We're winning tomorrow. Forget the title. Forget what City have done. I know you're not losing to Chelsea tomorrow. It's time to... And forget Chelsea and rivals and all that jazz. Arsenal, stop taking the piss now. I'm talking to the players and the players themselves. Forget the fans. Forget everything. You're telling me you lot from the ages of 7 and 8 went through all the trials and tribulations to become professional footballers, where the statistics are actually against you. You've got to this point when your family's last name on the back of your shirts. You lot are the I think the footballers care. It's got to hurt when the people say we don't care. You've gone through all of that and you want to rub out like that. It's time for you lot to play for yourselves, bro. Yes, you're playing for the fans, the crest, the manager, all these things. Pattern up for yourself now. Fix up for yourself now. Put in a performance for yourself. Marcel, you know how it is against City, bro. We saw this at the Etihad. You play till City equalize, bro. You play till City. I don't know where they got 9 minutes. There you go. Oh, Phil Foden's shots whistled. He's appealing for a corner. You're playing until City equalize. Football is in cycles. When's our cycle coming for Champions League, though? The team need to focus on City. Need to forget City and Liverpool. Just need to focus on beating Chelsea. Brown envelopes, man. We know it's ending 2-2. Slightly, I'm trying to say that so we don't, but yeah. I don't disagree, DG. It's close, but we need last season's form quicker than quick, bro. Because again, I said this last week on the stream. City and Liverpool, well, Liverpool ain't dropping no points, but City and Liverpool can drop as many points as they want. If we're also going to drop points, forget it. And I'm being very harsh, and I'm not applying the contexts, but you took the lead against Liverpool. You took the lead against Brighton. You took the lead against City. Had you have got full points, apologies, where would we be? What would we be talking about? But well, technically, City and Brighton have played 11 games, but give or take 10, and Liverpool are about to play their 11th. There's still 28 to 27 different game weeks. We all know a week is a long time in football. So imagine 27 to 28 of those. That's in the Premier League. Before you contextualize the Champions League, which Liverpool, City, and Arsenal are in, the FA Cup to come into place, and all the rest of it. City I'm not going to lie, yeah, I felt this today again. City players look tired, you know, and I don't mean tired like you've played 20 games. They look, something is just missing. Starting to feel like the end of the dynasty's incoming. Same, but Pep might say, you know what? I'm staying, new contract. And I don't think Pep is going to leave as long as the 115 charges is kind of looming. I don't think he's leaving. Ball moves forward. I don't like the way we play side and back. Not all players should touch the ball. One thing I don't like Arteta does, he takes too much on Pep's overthinking. But one thing really annoys me, he does his subs way too late. But there's been times he's not like. There's been times I've said, why are you making signings? Why are you making subs? Why aren't you making subs? And it's worked for Arteta, but I feel of late the game management's been a bit shaky. If I'm completely honest. Let me close my window, people. Sorry, these fireworks are putting me off, man. Manchester City on the board. This has been a fantastic watch along with you lot. The football is one thing, but we've spoken football, we've spoken Arsenal, we've seen City, the Allen brother was here moving mad, like it's crazy. João Pedro, come on. Hey. Game management. If this was Football Manager, I'm going 7 at the back. We've got 5 minutes of additional time left. Somehow there was 9 minutes. Kevin De Bruyne, you're rubbish. You're not on it. You're rubbish. You're past it, mate. You're not better than Odegaard. Let me stop. Bernardo Silva. Allow it. Get off the ball, you muppet. Oh, Bernardo. Not you. They didn't come to play. You see? They didn't come to play football. Muppet. Hey, Pep, leave, man. Go manage somewhere else. Go Italy, man. That's the only place you ain't done. Oh, City, you're going to do it. Kevin De Bruyne can't make a 5-yard pass. Is there any Brighton, lads? Have you got any more subs? Come on, man. I just want to say 10-man Arsenal drew to Brighton. I'll always shamelessly promote my club. I don't want to be negative, but it just feels like this is set up for a dramatically late City equalizer. If they celebrate, remember celebration. Oh fuck! Oh, Guardiola, bro. I remember betting everyone in school trying to hit a lick in the Birmingham final. I dipped that school quick. My eyesight is shit. Is that 9 minutes? Yep, you saw right. Your eyesight ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. 9 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong. But was there an injury that I'm not privy to? Was there some VAR moment that I'm not privy to? I genuinely think to a degree football's fixed. I'll be real. That's why I actually think Arsenal's winning tomorrow still. DG, if Slot wins in his first season, I'll lose my ish. You shouldn't. You'd have to congratulate Liverpool. They did whatever they did. But I'm looking at Arteta funny. It's like if you've got a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and you go out with your friend and his girlfriend or whatever, and he does something romantic, naturally your girlfriend's gonna look at you like, what did you do? That's how I'm gonna look at Arteta. Like, yo, Onslaught with his bald head's been there 2 minutes. Why have you still got a full set of hair? You're not stressing out enough. It's still be flying forward. Go on, I let him foul you. Go on, my guy. Fullback Union. Matt O'Reilly, that's our ball. Be sensible, Brighton. Be sensible, please. Brighton, come on, let's get a third. We got this. I bang it. Belemba, it's your time. All right, cool. You're not. That's why you ain't made a career of scoring goals. That was horrible. Can someone make the foul? Make the foul. Whoever makes the foul, match bonus. Foul him. Just foul him, bro. Bernardo Silva is sick. I'm not gonna lie. He's sick. Ref, no foul. Ref, no foul. I boot the ball. Boot the ball, bro. Take yellows. Tranquillo. Stand in front. It's dark arts o'clock. It's fully as dark arts o'clock now. DG, thoughts on Rosicky potentially placing Edu? Shameless. Check out the video I did earlier today. But I mean, I guess he's worked in the role before. But when I was doing my live stream, I need to do my own research. But some people are saying that the Sparta Prague people ain't really happy. I don't know who you would name, but I kind of want someone that's, 50 years of age, 60 years of age. They've been about, they've done this for time. I'm not really. I like the youthful energy at Arsenal, but I think we need a couple of bits and pieces of experience. Especially, Bernardo Silva, you won't do it. You're scared. Oh, ref, put the offside flag up. Bernardo, you won't do it. Kovacic, you won't do it. You won't replace Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne, see, Kevin De Bruyne is moving smelly at the moment, Pardon me, Stringer Bell. Not the girlfriend analogy. John, am I lying? I've been in those situations. You be out with your friends. I remember switching at one of my friends. Like one of my friends doing one of the, like he got his girlfriend this, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a fake rose. He opened it and it's engraved and all of that. And he started doing all that sweet nothing. My ex was looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I ain't a lover boy like that. He's like, go home now, obviously. You get me? Go home now, trying to do the sweetness and that. It's not happening. Why can't you be like him? I'm not him. Now I have to start gaslighting. That's not me. I want Maldini for us. He did an amazing rebuild for Milan. He was the guy that built the current Milan team almost. Blow the whistle. Why for blowing? But I hear it. 30 seconds. Hold like Bitcoin. Oh, Walker's in here. Oh, come on. Oh, it's falling to Kevin De Bruyne in the box. You won't do it. That's a ball. Brighton stand tall. Oh, my God, it's still alive. Keeper, jump. Hey, hit the deck. Hit the deck like a stripper. What's Haaland doing with Van Ginkel? Look, this Haaland, brother. This Haaland guy. Look at this Haaland guy. Pull his hair. Look at this Haaland guy. He's already doing it. I hate Haaland, man. Fantastic footballer. Fucking pussy, yo. Look at him doing nonsense. This guy's a baby. You got all this aggression. Why don't you go fight Roy Keane? You know what he did to your dad. Go and do a get back. Because he's still being a pundit, living comfortable. This guy's a pussy, old man. You're actually a disgrace, Haaland. You're a fucking disgrace. Get out of his pocket. Pussy. Every time he scores, he starts doing this acting. Dickhead. Fucking prick. Sorry for the language, people. I mean, it's football. The swearing thing goes. But pussy, oh. You're doing with Van Ginkel. To be fair, Van Ginkel's doing, he is pulling him down and that. I wish it was like hockey. Let people fight, man. Haaland, I can tell you're one of them guys that look intimidating, but you ain't got heart, man. You're actually a little baby. Little baby. Oh, I'm Haaland. I was born in the lab. I'm such a great striker. I came to City and I won the champs. How dare you defend against me and beat us? We're City. Be humble, eh? Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You lack humility, bro. That's why Brighton won. Big up Pep and the rest of City. But you see you, Haaland. Suck on something, man. Such a baby diva, man. Walker spent, bro. Stay humble, eh? No, Haaland's a bad boy striker, and I'm not going to lie. If Haaland played for my team, all that stuff's acceptable. I like that, but stop that, man. Just trade our scouting department for Brighton's. Probably not, because when they're scouting all these bad boy players for us, people are not going to take them up on it. Imagine Wenger as sporting director. What happened would be cool. It would, but I just feel with Wenger for Arsenal, if Wenger wasn't like, if we was in this exact same situation, yeah, and Wenger came to Arsenal, and Wenger, obviously Arsene Wenger had no history of Arsenal, I think it would work. I just feel he's too emotionally attached to Arsenal because I love Arsene Wenger. I just feel in the last few years, I know his name is very similar to Arsenal, but I feel you meant to have Arsene Wenger and Arsenal. I feel in the last couple of years, I think it got intertwined. I don't feel he necessarily made the best decisions for Arsenal. Mate, I'm fuming the year City fall off. We decided to fall off as well. But there's a possibility City and Liverpool lose. Liverpool are Liverpool at Anfield, they are smoking Aston Villa today. You saw Aston Villa against Spurs. Emery's already moving shook. I don't think it's dark hearts. He's like, Liverpool are the favourites. He's scared, man. At best, you're going to see Liverpool probably start off very well in the first couple of moments. And other than that, is Pep coaching other players? I don't know. Pep's chatting to Brighton players. I don't know what he's talking about, man. Tell Pep suck him, man. We don't Van Ginkel. I think Pep's Reading. Tell him suck his man. Ain't no one care about your trebles and what you did in Spain. Yeah, I think Wenger's problem is struggling to adapt, man. Pep's washed. I'm not gonna lie, Andy. Have some respect for Pep. Have some respect for Pep. I know it's mad for City at the moment. Have some respect for Pep. Can never put him and washed in the same sentence. Even if this guy finishes out the top 4, Pep can never be washed. Greatest manager to ever done this. See, Liverpool are getting that, man. Yeah, I love the fact that Haaland was spitting his toys out of his pram, but it's jarring, man. You do it too much. Haaland, you're forgetting who you are, bro. I remember the Haaland at Dortmund and Salzburg. Don't think because you got a Rolex now and you won trebles, you can act. 4 losses in a row. I disregard the Spurs game. So I think it's just 3 losses purely because Pep, in my opinion, threw that. But boy, I know when we had these losses in a row, I know if we brought a player of Gundogan's quality and he was thinking up the plays, I know if we went a goal up away from home and bottled it in the second half, I know what's said about Arsenal. Shit, the same's probably said about Liverpool. Pardon me, boy. Big up Brighton. The Seagulls have firmly shut on City. All right, Matt O'Reilly. I wish I was a professional footballer, man. Now I don't know what I'm doing with my life, people. Got a failing YouTube channel. Like, you know what I mean? This is all I wanted to be, man. All right, Brian. Hey! I big up Matt O'Reilly, man, because you moved to a big club. Well, I knew you was at Celtic. Can you really say Brighton's a big club? Don't shoot me. But you got a club move, then you got injured, and you just scored the winner. Football's a mad game. Belemba's cold. We need to beat Chelsea, man. But don't get excited because Liverpool need to do their jobs. I just need another freak result like Forest did. There's a lot of, bro. There's 20, depending on Liverpool about to play in a bit, but depending on whether you've played 11 or 10 or 11 games, there's 27/28 Premier League games, disregarding all the other cups that you've got. If you're on Twitch, don't forget to hit up Amazon Prime. Appreciative to you lot. Boy. And the thing is, City are still second. Obviously, they're 2 points behind. Even if Liverpool win, right? That's still 5 points. Don't get it twisted. 5 points on City is great. But 5 points, 11 games into the season, it's not, you can have the talking points about Liverpool, about Arsenal, about City, but you have to look at the evidence. Nobody's ran away with it yet. 5 points. And obviously Liverpool want to go win. I think they're going to smoke Villa. But 5 points. And I'm sure Arne Slot and Liverpool internally, fans might say something different, but internally they won't get excited. 5 points is nothing. If Liverpool, assuming Liverpool go win, if City go win the next 2 and get 6, and Liverpool lose the last 2, the next 2, where you at now? So I think there's bare talking points. But I think whether you're an Arsenal fan, Liverpool fan, City fan, trying to get top 4, promotion, relegation, there are some valid points. And you can kind of, after 10 or 11 games, you can kind of see what teams are good or bad at, but you need to calm down a bit. Oh, the darts are on. I don't know why I'm saying this, people, but yes, last week I went to play pool and then I'd done darts. Darts is harder than it looked. Like, I thought the darts thing was easy. I thought you could 100. I thought I was gonna 180. It was not that thing. Big up all the dark stunts. DG, did you see AG set with them two waste, man? Nah, big up expressions, never waste, man. But I did. I want to go do that. Direct me to some City fan channels because I don't know many. Bro, see, any City fans doing the meltdown thing is because they're spoiled, bro. City, bro, Man City fans, them man, they've been spoiled, bro. City fans can't, even if they don't win the league, you can be upset. We can't do too much. You might have been spoiled pricks, especially the younger ones. Fair enough. The older ones that were there when they were at, what's it, Main Road, and then they went to the Etihad and before the oil money and whatnot. Fair enough. You know, I don't think them man will. Like, calm down, bro. Villa are not getting anything at Anfield, bro. Have to look at the evidence. Liverpool have won 13, tied once, drawn one. O'Reilly, I got my eyes on you. There might be a spot in my midfield with your name on it. Can see why Rodri won Ballon d'Or. Big up Inner Circle. I'm doing well, man. It has to be Mertesacker. He had no athleticism, played with his brain. He has a great football mind, just inexperience. I hear that, but let's get a big dog, man. Like, get a big dog, man. Just get someone who's got clout in this thing, man. Like, I'm all for people growing on the job, but you need, especially because at this moment in time, I know Edu's serving his gardening leave. Mikel Arteta is the only or when Edu leaves after 6 months, which would be what? November, December, January, February, March, April. So by the end of the season, hopefully, bearing in mind in the summer, Saliba, Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and I think someone else will have a year left on their deal. I need a next footballing man on the board, man. I need a next footballing man, like proper footballing man, strong opinion. First hate along success, Bill is what's his it? Second hate along, hopefully successful, go up. Bro, City used to go through this. They need to remember where they came from. Bro, any City fans that are, you know what, you probably will see some channels saying Pep out and all that jazz, but you can't. Liverpool, United, Chelsea, all these teams, even Spurs, these lot have been through the trench. City don't know about trenches. These lot have been eating caviar forever. This is your first time eating bully beef. Allow it, man. Pep spoil you. Allow it, man. Don't want to hear anything from these lot. Don't want to hear any complaining from City. Obviously complain, but dead. You got no right to be making up noise. I'm not going to lie. If I was a City fan, though, mind games, make a video, Pep out. Mind games. Slot will be found out. Naturally, Liverpool will hit a blip, but every team will hit a blip. And as long as Liverpool keep ticking over, as I said, quote me, I never lied to you, lot. Liverpool 4, Villa 1. I hope I'm wrong, but they're mashing them up today. I genuinely feel they're mashing them up. I think Liverpool done that game in the second half. Not even because of this result. I just think Liverpool are going to fuck them up. I'll be real with you. I just think they're going to move to them. Just because they're in good form, you know, obviously Slot's first season. On paper, I don't think everybody leaves, but on paper right now, Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, it is their last year. Things can change, but it still is. They're running away with it. Mind games, we're going viral. 100, word to Young Spray, mind games. John Terry, best defender, worst human being. Racist pussy, but he's up there. Not for me, though. You're racist. I can't rate your thing. Tony Adams better than you. Sol Campbell better than you. Rio better than you. Van Dijk better than you. I can't rate your thing. You're going mad. You'll never see me gas him. Slot is the second half manager. I've clocked his game. He waits to the second half to analyze the game, kill teams with reverse tactics. Only team he didn't work against was us. Could say Forest. Slot has new manager factor, same as Ten Hag will get. I mean, naturally, everyone gets found out. Like, people will find out about Pep, about Klopp, about whatever, but it might be too late. So you're telling me in one season where City fall off a cliff, we decide not to capitalize. I swear we better win tomorrow and go on the craziest run, man. We can't fumble this, inshallah. Liverpool are looking like Arsenal 2022-23. Why can't we look like that Arsenal team, blood? I sure know how to pick them, boy. And you know what? You know what the saddest thing is? I was sat here. I was like, should we do a watch along? Who wants to be here? They're not going to. I always sit here. I'm like, what's the point? People don't care about my watch alongs or my videos. I thought, you know what? Nah, let's go. So I'm happy we did that. Balemba Baller changed the game. And I can't. Obviously, João Pedro, Matt O'Reilly also changed the game. They got the goals as well. Balemba, big signing. I reckon if you asked the Brighton gaffer, maybe it was Mind Games who was going to do that anyways, but I reckon if you asked him, he would have said, woof, I would have done that. Bro, why can't we look like us, cuz? Like, why can't we look like us? Nah, John Terry's a good defender, but I ain't a coon, bro. You think I'm Samuel Jackson from Django, bro? I'm not on that. I got bare geezer friends, but no, not you, Terry. Great footballer. Shit him being. You're doing a Liverpool watch along. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go edit an Arsenal vid. I know. I ain't got time to make a thumbnail and all of that. Just to be fair, it's kicking off for 20 minutes. How has Man City managed that? Didn't manage the game. I think you have to question the mentality. Where he's going, Smith Rowe being the English squad before long, and we can't create a chance in a circle. You, me, did we not say? Did we not say don't let Smith Rowe go? We don't need to talk anymore in a circle. We just let things do the chatting for us. Bare teams play better football than us, bro. Brighton bop it better than us. Company as well. Shameless. Yeah, I'm on that. Appreciate that. Bro, you need to add 10% sensationalism to your views. Draw more views. Wait, 1 sec. House of Brown. Brother, sorry. You need to add 10% sensationalism to your videos. Draw more viewers. New age attention span needs to be drawn in the first with clickbait. It's just not me, though. I know. It's just not me. Like, I guess the titles you can get, but I can't. Like, I wish what's the word? Like, no disrespect to anyone, but I wish I could lie to you lot. Like, I can't sit here and say Arsenal are the worst team in the Prem, or I can't sit here and say Arsenal are the best thing since sliced bread. We're scary. I might tell you we look booky, but we also look. It's just not me. And at the end of the day, I need to be able to go to sleep because there's people with more subs than me, finances, all of that. But at the end of the day, once you look past that, I know you're a dickhead. You feel like a dickhead, bro. You must feel like a dickhead because you know you're lying. And the thing is, you always get found out. When the witch hunt happens, it will happen. It's not me. That it's just not me. The game is the game. There maybe is something. Maybe I could talk like this and say Arsenal is scary, and maybe I can speak like this, but it's not me. I think I'm just too laid back, man. I think I'm done for, if I'm honest with you. I always sit here and like things pop down, man. Like 60 odd subscribers, but we're still not doing mad numbers. Like I might be finished with, might be done out here. Like it's over. Like where do we go from here? Like it's crazy. Yeah, John Terry's not my guy, man. He's actually one of my favorite centre halves, but fam, I can't back your thing. That's not true, bro. We appreciate the watch-alongs. Got it as last year, we'd have loved for the City drop-off. Bro, Arsenal, we don't get this tax, bro. We don't get this. We can't win the Champions League how Chelsea won it. Like, our luck is different. We have to be perfect. And that's why I said that by God's grace, there will come a time where I will sit on YouTube with chess. We're winning Prem. We're winning champs. But there's certain ingredients I needed added to this meal of a football club before I could do that. There's so much to be negative about with Arsenal. There's so much for me to be positive about. Pardon me. It's just a mixed bag, ultimately. You don't need mad numbers, DG. You need the right ones. That's true, but I would like to get 100k views on the video. That's just a goal of mine. You're right. To be fair, though, YouTube makes no sense because one of my most actually, we're with Brighton. One of my most viewed videos is actually when Arsenal signed Benjamin White. You know I hate the grifters, including your mates. Hey, in a circle, loud them, loud, man. Everyone's a loud opinion, man. Imagine 5 years ago, someone told you you'd be on TalkSport, you'd be gas. You're right, you know, and it all started from my iPhone. You're right. Do you know what? Yeah, with the talk, big up TalkSport, but with the TalkSport thing, you lot made me think, right? It's actually a big deal still. It's actually because I just thought it's business as usual. But the way you lot move, I'm like, you actually need to start. You lot made me think you actually need to step aside for a sec and be like, wow, that was really you. And for me, I'm happy on TalkSport because I held my own. Like, picked them up, but I held my own. I didn't get scared and like, oh, no, you're right. I don't know. Some of you tried to kill me when I said the champs is impossible, the Prem's improbable, but nonetheless, go out there and try. You're right, though, man. You lot making me feel like Tony Adams and that, man. Imagine DG doing the Arsenal Rob thumbnail. I wouldn't feel right, but like someone said, it's been a fire stream because of you. Like, the game's the game, man. So how do we, I guess, We need to find balance. Peace out, DJ. I'm about to get ready to watch the high flying Reds catch you tomorrow. Big up yourself. I can't lie. You can't ever stop the UC thing because there's no other guys, man. Come on. Now, I'm not doing a watch along for Liverpool. I should, but there's no time to get that sorted. And I can't, you lot won't see it, but this year, or better yet, the last few months of this year, I've actually tried to find some order. So it's like every day I write down what I'm going to do and stick to it. And I said, I'm going to make a video to come out tomorrow just before the game. Like, just a light-hearted video around the creativity. But Lember's cold. Bro, that Bovey you's a dickhead, man. Bro, them man there blow because they just chat shit, bro. Like, they just mad. That's the problem. And the game's the game. Them man there just chat shit. Like, it is what it is. They just talk nonsense. They know how to rage bait and clickbait. Bro, I'm not saying I'm the best footballer, but I can't lie. Us YouTube content creators, yeah, all of us should play a game of football. Or all of us should rise up 10 kick-ups. If you can't do it, opinions capped. Simple. He's a waste, man. Eden, you're far too calm. But DJ's like the gross gold trophy, and you lot are gassing me, man. He's an idiot, man. Big up Abby, yeah, she tried to play. Abby's cool, though. Abby's cool. She tried. But I'm like, yeah, says Fabregas. Well, I want the ball under pressure. What? Spread the, yeah, you're not getting me. You're not doing me dirty. You can't get me. You can't get me. And I'm actually, the TalkSport thing happened at the right time because I've got some experience now. Like, man, know when I'm in certain environments, what people want man to say. Even when I go and stream with certain people on certain platforms, you know what their followers are like. You know if they're irrational or you know if they're agenda filled. You know where you're stepping to. It's like different away games. Like, the football terrace might be a different environment from Troops' platform. Big up Terry and Troops. Might be different from Rance's. Might be different from Alex's. Might be different from Bav's. Might be different from Lee Gunner. Big up. I ain't been on Lee's in a man. Big up Lee Gunner actually for what it's worth, man. Something that helps with viewer retention is having some breakdown music on breakdown videos. Could try out. It's true, but what's annoying about being a YouTuber? Man's got to be an editor, a football analysis. You gotta do bare things. What makes me laugh is the Bromley United fan and West Country Bumpkin City fan on the club with Jennings. Big up Rory, man. Rory's actually, well, that I ain't spoken to Rory in time, and I know he divides opinion, but the TalkSport, the first platform to show man a bit of love was actually, I don't even know if they make content, but Bull Street. That's where you will see me with James, James makes some amazing content, by the way. James, Rory, Flavs, Spurs. The worst thing I can say about Flavs is he supports the Spuds in it. It's been quite the journey. With music, gotta be careful. Deluded, speaking of Lee, you ever gonna link up and stream? Tell Lee and then we'll get it done. I don't know for any of that, but Lee's are OG still. Like early AFTV days, bro. It was me, Turkish, Lee. Big up Lee, man. Lee, I can't lie. I know Lee divides opinion, but there's a lot of things I say about, obviously, the delivery of what Lee said. I guess the way Lee gonna kind of delivers things, it ruffles opinions, but I don't necessarily think he's wrong. And I can't lie, Lee's one of the real ones still. I can't talk on what he's saying now and that, but Lee's one of the real ones, man. He once bust me a ticket for Crystal Palace. Big up Lee, man. Now, that's why you get royalty-free music still. And that's why we F with you, DJ. Always keep it real. All I try to do is be honest with myself. I get a lot wrong, but I like to be honest. I don't want to tell. I always give this example. If the sun is raining, I said the sun's raining. If the sun's shining, I want to say the sun's shining. If it's raining, I'm going to tell you it's raining. I don't want to tell you the opposite. I don't want to lie to you, lot. I wish I was shameless. Let's be brutally honest. Deluded Gooner, bro, we could go mind games. We could go clear with this nonsense. Always good to have a schedule. We need to look at that. We need to get back to when we was doing just 11:30 a.m. streams. DG, we're losing tomorrow. Remember when City lost? We did. No, we're not losing to Chelsea. I'm not on it. I can't be worried about Liverpool in the sense of Liverpool are great, but Liverpool are irrelevant to Arsenal's problems. Obviously, we've drawn with Liverpool. Anfield is one thing, but I'm more worried about game to game with us. Tell you who is way smarter than that first look. Flex is a cool guy, man. Flex is cool. Big up Flex. bit of a shame, you know, what happened to Flex. What was it, last week? Week before, with the whole racism? It's a shame, man. That Chelsea woman's a dickhead as well. I bet she celebrated Caicedo. Was it Caicedo that bagged? I bet she celebrated that. It's a shame, innit, that in this day and age, rather than separate people and like how they conduct themselves, their morals and all of that, is we're looking at religion and color. Do you know how stupid it is to be racist? Like, rather than the integrity of the man or a woman, the pigment of their skin. But humans are stupid, bro. Like, a lot of, you know, even if we go back to what we were talking about with rage bait wouldn't be the thing because everybody does it. Like, all the YouTube content, like even probably the bigger platforms and everyone. If people knew how to ignore BS, we'd be somewhere as a race, as a human race. But yeah, man, speak. Appreciate that. I've never met McCullough. What happened to Flex? Flex was he was doing his like after United stuff, and then someone just come and said the N-word, bro. How did they lose? Bottled in the second half, bro. I've done it on. I mean, George aired my last message, but I've done stuff with George before. Still, Aaron's my dude, man. He runs a. Aaron's my dude. Aaron's my dude. Still, we got Aaron. We've been mad in the commentary thing. But with that being said, though, man, I'm gonna love and leave you lot. Don't forget tomorrow, Chelsea versus Arsenal, man. It is what it is. I must say DG on Saeed's settings if the sun is ready. Big up Saeed. Big up Saeed, man. Saeed gassed me the other day. Like, you're actually underrated. And that's why we need to stop doing that. So yeah, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna love and leave you lot. In my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne is brilliant, but you need players with a bit more swagger, a bit more, you know, a bit more industrialism, players that can make things happen. Players like this.
Against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
There's always just that active red line. Defenders have been given like.
Tongue